Yeah, stand tall. Fatty. Ali. Super Panda back again, let's talk about it. When the culture split wide, somebody gotta speak truth. Look. Pro-blacks on the front line holding up the code. Conservative like Mr. Fantastic breaking out the mold. Two camp battling for the same throne, same role. But one truth, but the truth still cold. Internet loud with the label they throw. Everybody picking sides trying to point out the foe. But we here for the facts, not a name called show. Super Panda light it up, let the realness flow. Fatty in the middle like who really gon' stand. Ali break it down with that con-wise hand and pie so strong. Yeah, we build from the land. If you don't speak truth, then your voice ain't grand. This side, that side, who gon' ride? Culture torn over, split down the line. Empire don't fold, we rootin' inside. Cut through the north, let the truth collide. Yeah. We don't do no smoke, we address that. Super panel in the cut, yeah, respect that. Pro-blacks, preach unity, protect that. Conservatives want freedom, I get that. This a conversation they afraid to expose. Touchable empire, everybody knows. When the culture in the fire, we stand in the coast. Fatty and Ali, yeah, we taking control. Yeah, back online in the timeline while everybody got a theory about the grown and the childish. Some say the coons in the corner look childish. Others say the pro-black stuck in the old mileage. But here come Mr. Fantastic Boy, made us still. Saying free mind, first that's the way that I feel. He ain't ducking nothing, he just keeping it real. Standing tall on the stand like iron and wheel. Some wanna count, some other chill when he talk. Some say raw, to say outline the fault. But that's why the panel bring the minds to the fault. Cause the debate without truth is a cultural assault. We don't duck no smoke, we address it. Super panel in the cut, yeah, respect it. Pro-blacks, preach unity, protect it. Conservatives want freedom, I get that. There's a conversation they afraid to expose. Touchable empire, everybody knows. When the culture in the fight and we standing in the coast. Fatty and Ali, yeah, we taking control. Yeah. Shout out Mr. Fantastic. Two sides, one mic. Super Panel, Untouchable Empire. We outside.
Brother.
The content presented on the following show is intended for satirical and educational purposes only. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by panelists and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of the host, production team, or channel. Additionally, any third-party content featured in this program is used in compliance with fair use under United States copyright law, which allows for commentary, criticism, news report, teaching, and research. Viewer discretion is advised, and we encourage independent thought and discussion.
Welcome to the Untouchable Super Panel with Ilkan Ali and Fatty. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show.
What you're seeing right now with the men is a response to your radicalization. So to try to project that onto us is absolutely ridiculous. And the men are not behaving the way they're behaving right now because they can't keep up. They're behaving the way they're behaving because you broke the social contract.
You're having a conversation in bad faith. Did you say women are children? Did you say women are children? No.
Look at the construction industry. It's 99%, 98% men. But when you're talking about cooking, right, the reason, and by the way, it wasn't mostly women who did cooking, it was just mostly women who stayed at home who did cooking. That's why it's considered a traditional family role. It's part of the whole child rearing aspect.
So you know that you're here because of your father? Because men determine the sex of the baby? Did you know that?
Can we just say, if we're doing men versus women, like, women have infinitely more options. If you download a dating app, like, even grandmas get, like, thousands of matches.
Right.
And I understand that, like, sexual attention isn't the same as relationship attention, but out of 1,000, one will take her seriously.
You wasn't putting it down mentally. You don't know how to touch her without touching her. You wasn't putting it down sexually, and you wasn't putting it down financially. So yes.
But these women literally get to walk out the house looking like it's Halloween every day, but want to look down on you and tell you how you look. Bitch, I look like my 8th grade picture. You don't look like your 8th day old picture. You go on a lot of these women's Instagram pages, it look like 30 different on there. Somebody tell me I'm lying.
It's not that she's so awesome and intelligent and everybody missed out and you just so happen to walk up on a flower. Yeah. She's lying to you.
Right.
But these women saw you. When these women saw you, she already wanted you before you even open your mouth. Like Ali said, you didn't convince her to nothing. There's the male ego.
It's time to
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Super Panel. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing well. And I hope you guys had a great week. We have another star-studded panel. And we're going to talk about Coons versus Pro-Blacks. I would ask to the crowd in the chat to address the people as Black conservatives, okay? This is just a description for a show. We're not trying to call nobody out of their name. I actually call somebody that because they were provoking me in the chat, Mr. Fantastic, and he said, that's not fair because I don't call you a Teta. And I said, you know what? That's very fair. Very fair assessment. I will refer from that today. So, friends, I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much for being here. As you guys know, we have a couple of goals that are going to be scrolled in the bottom. Become a subscriber, become a member, and eat the Cash App. We have several content creators streaming from their platforms. All their links are going to be pinned in the description. Please go ahead and support them while they're live. Send them some money. Make sure that you send them some members. Make sure that you support them, okay? So let me start with the one and only JB is back. Thank you very much for being here, JB. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Thank you very much, sir. We have the one and only Opulent Seeps. What's up?
Peace, team.
Thank you very much. We have CJ in the building.
Thanks for the invite, Fatty and Ilkon. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you very much. We have the OG himself, the Angry Man, is in the building. We have the lovely Lucky Marie. And the main eventer of the show this evening, Mr. Fantastic.
Brother. What up?
Thank you very much once again for being here. My co-host is Ilkan Ali. You can see him because he's John Cena.
So, you think you're untouchable?
And I am the other half of the Austin team Fatty. We are back on the main channel, friends. So if you're watching this on the Shut Up Fatty show, come back to the main channel because we are back on track. So thank you very much. I'll appreciate it. As an icebreaker, first question, and it's going to go to CJ because he was the first one to get in the room. Are you happy with Donald Trump second term until
It's time to
I'm pretty satisfied. I haven't heard anything crazy yet. I keep hearing about these Epstein files that everybody wants to come out. I'm not really that interested in it. I think that's all I'll say.
Do you think what are you happy about this presidency at this point?
I'm a dealer, so I make my money off of tips. So that new little, what's the word?
No tax on tips.
No tax on tips. That's definitely good for me. I'm in Vegas, as y'all know. I definitely agree with the birthright citizenship bill that he passed. That's against birthright citizenship. I'll stop it there.
6.
On a personal level, I'm indifferent. The presidency really don't matter as much as local laws and government because I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't depend on government assistance. I'm not on Medicaid or anything. So presidency just day to day, just contextually doesn't affect me day to day, no matter who is in there, because your grandmother probably lived 80 years, 26 different presidents. She was born poor, died poor, Republican, black, short, tall. It's politics. So personally, I'm indifferent. As part of a melanated group, I base how well he's doing or not how well he's doing by how well the melanated group, the marginalized group, is doing collectively, right? How are you guys feeling collectively about things? Because whoever gets in office, Trump or otherwise, I don't ever root against them. Like, because if they fail, we all fail. It will affect. It'll have a pernicious effect on everyone. So I don't root for anyone that's in control of the highest office in the United States of America. I don't root for any of them to fail. Be that as it may, the specific group that I'm a part of, the melanated, the marginalized, how they feel collectively determines how I feel. And I don't have a general consensus yet of how everyone is feeling. But personally, like I said, day to day, the president doesn't affect my day-to-day life. Local laws and government do. So, that's the best answer I could give you.
JB?
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off Opulent and CJ. I agree with both of them. I think the local level does matter tremendously. Trump, I think he did about 217 executive orders. I think the one that probably a lot of people are going to be curious about, which is what CJ was saying, the no tax on tips, and then like I think about 12 or 15,000 that you can deduct for overtime. I think a lot of people, like blue collar and just in general, who can work a lot of overtime. I think that's something that people are curious about. But yeah, local level is definitely going to probably be a whole lot more important. And I think just pre-COVID, just picking up everything after that with all the, the inflation and everything that's kind of happened. I'm not mad at, how he's kind of maneuvered and through all the, the allegations and things that he's kind of faced or whatnot. I'm not mad at it because I mean, we've seen so much throughout every president that has come before him. It's always been something going on. So what he's doing right now, I can't say I'm mad at it.
You think he's not a disqualifier?
Which part?
The files.
I mean, I don't think nobody's squeaky clean. I'm gonna just be honest. I think any president you probably could find some dirt on them if they were in the spotlight. I think people are gonna be people, and at the end of the day, it's still about what bills that we can pass to help more of the citizens or whatnot. Being the commander in chief, I can only imagine what type of job that is. That's something that none of us could even possibly relate to. So I don't, like I said, the allegations that he's facing. I can't say it's true or not. So it's something that we have to get to when that time hits. But for right now, we can just focus on the bills that are being passed that can actually help the citizens and the future of the country.
That's interesting. Angry Man, are you happy with Donald Trump?
I'm absolutely happy with him.
Oh,
I don't know what the rest of that shit is about. Anybody that lives in America and understands economics and understands politics would never say the president doesn't affect your day-to-day life. That is a ridiculous statement. Absolutely ridiculous. Joe Biden got elected and I lost 20 bands soon as he started signing executive orders. They absolutely affect your life. If you
lost
actually
20
got some
bands.
skin in the game.
You lost 20 bands.
If you actually got some skin in the game. You said what?
You lost 20 bands. I didn't. It affect your life. It didn't affect mine.
Who asked you if you lost 20 bands?
I asked myself, and I replied to what you said.
No, you didn't reply to me because I wasn't talking to you.
Well, I answered.
How you
Well,
gonna
I made
answer
you
if ain't
talk to me.
nobody talking to you?
I made you talk to me.
How you gonna answer if ain't nobody talking to you?
I made you talk to me.
No, you didn't. You made an asinine statement and I addressed it.
That statement ain't asinine because I don't
It
lose
is
to him.
asinine because I wasn't talking to you.
I don't care. You was talking about something I said and I
Well,
inserted
you
myself.
should care. You should address people when they talk to you.
I'll address who I want.
Not
That's
when
how I
they're
move.
making statements.
Let's move on then. Okay, that was very shorter than I actually thought. Good job, friends. That's a good job, actually, friends. Lucky, are you happy with Donald Trump first year?
I'm happy with the price reduction on drug prices, personally, but I'm in a red state, so I have not seen much difference. The education has already started to change. So that's where I stand with it. I'm waiting to see more of the things that come to fruition in my particular state, but it's no change other than that. So I'm content, should I say, so far.
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, man. I'm completely, totally satisfied, man. My vote was a great vote. I didn't get to vote for him last time around, but this is my first time voting for Donald Trump, and he's putting America first, both domestically and foreign. Getting these illegal immigrants out of here that's putting a burden on the system, right? For especially these black neighborhoods and localities that they seem to be dumping all of these illegal immigrants into. I don't know what the Epstein file thing is about when he's never been accused of any type of improprieties with children, right? He's never been implicated or claimed to be. As a matter of fact, the main person said he never did anything, you know, illegal or, but they, the same thing they tried to use redacted evidences against him, but they purposely redacted because that same person said he never did anything. Economically, again, if I'm not, of course, I'm not working a job to where overtime or tips matter, but that's already been approved. That's not up in the air. That's approved. So no tax on tips. I think it's up to $13,000. And same for overtime. So that's 13 extra $1,000 in your pocket is definitely going to help anybody that's working everyday work in America. What else? Foreign policy. He's cleaned up a lot of things. He's made peace in the Middle East again, right? Finally stopped this whole thing with Israel and Palestine, and they're holding to it for now. And also making headway of this Ukraine thing about to be cleaned up. The same Ukraine that people allegedly smuggled a whole bunch of billions of dollars into before they even got into office. So again, he got my vote.
Damn, that's crazy. I thought y'all cared about kids. Like saying Donald Trump wasn't convicted is the same thing as saying O.J. Simpson wasn't a murderer. Right?
No, it's not. Well,
I was trying to slowly get through the first question. So I definitely have opinions around those allegations and things, but I'm just trying to.
Well, I would challenge what is the allegations? There have been no. Go ahead.
It's not just the allegations. Etty was fighting tooth and nail to not release them. And he was, I'm going to release the files. And then it was, there's no files. And then the files are on my desk. And then the files are a Democrat Oaks. And then now all of a sudden we are going to release the files and they're probably going to come extremely redacted like they were last time.
Y'all
like
do realize,
like I can't.
Y'all do realize that Trump has an entire team that he works with. You do realize that he's not actually physically going around getting files and doing shit, right? You do know that not every time he says something the shit gonna play out the way it's supposed to because he has to depend on other people to do their jobs.
Like
No, it
every
doesn't.
other president.
No, it doesn't. You know why it doesn't? Because when he once again releasing the Epstein files, all the Republicans, other than 3 people, voted to not release them. And as soon as he said, I am going to release them for clarity, the 200 and something Republicans literally flipped their vote and voted just like he wanted them to vote. So he actually controls. He just didn't want to do it. And once again, it's very alarming. Then the same person changes the story every 7 days, and y'all still there pretending that the motherfucker is not just, maybe he might not be guilty, but if he was innocent,
No,
he
the
wouldn't
crazy
be
shit-
changing
the
the
crazy
story,
shit
saying
is-
that
the
Obama
crazy
hoax and
shit
changing
is,
all
I
these
hope-
things.
I hope the entire show isn't about Trump.
No. Well, this is the icebreaker.
Because the hair y'all have up y'all's ass about Trump is ridiculous, bro.
There's
I've
not the
never
statement.
seen a single president under this much scrutiny. Not one in my entire
There's no
lifetime.
argument. There's not argument.
When he farts, y'all are like, what did he eat? What did
Just
he
like
eat?
Obama, right?
Was something he wasn't supposed to eat? Like soon as he takes a shit, y'all are right there to smell it.
Just like Obama.
My question is
Obama, yeah, I got you back. Obama couldn't wear a tan suit without being a global controversy.
No, that was after.
No,
Don't say
one
after
second,
Obama.
1 second, please. Let's talk one at a time.
Obama literally bombed countries and did whatever the hell he
Yes.
wanted to do.
Obama didn't cheat on his pregnant wife with a porn star. Obama, like the biggest controversy of Obama lifetime is
really?
look at these
really?
tan
Ask
suit.
Jennifer Aniston
Obama is
about
not
that.
a felon. Obama
Ask Jennifer Aniston about that, whether or not Obama cheated.
Not. Oh my God.
I got a question.
Oh,
now.
now.
Hold on, angry man. Angry man. I got
Now we gotta fall back on the speculation.
No. It's not speculation. It was literally
about Trump.
Sir, he was found guilty.
Can I ask a
It's not
question?
a rumor. He was found guilty.
So is this? So
He
wait.
was found guilty. Hey, CJ, just 1 second, and I got you right because I made my
guilty of
original
what?
statement. I just want to say this, right?
He was found guilty of what?
He was found guilty on the situation with the corn star about lying on that situation. Yes, and bribing her.
Wait a minute. He was found guilty. You talking about the Stormy Daniels situation?
Yes.
You talking about the 34 counts?
Yes.
What was the underlying crime, Patty?
He was found guilty.
What
Go
was
ahead.
the underlying crime?
I will check GPT it right now so I don't give you false information.
All right. So my question is the Epstein files the only evidence that they're gonna have against Trump? Is there no other evidence out there? So if his name is on these Epstein files, is he gonna be guilty of something, or are they gonna need more evidence to even convict him of anything?
That's just it. His name's not in the Epstein files.
Talking about the redacted files.
Yeah, no, even still that. So then the redacted files were just emails that weren't even anything concerning Trump. Trump was not directly in correspondence with any of these people. It was just fucking Epstein referring to Trump. And then later on, we come to find out that he was colluding with actual Congress people to help build a case against Trump in fucking real time. So again, bro, this shit is gonna be.
Are we saying? This is the thing though, right? I'm not saying like I'm against the whole thing because it do seem like this conversation is just about the Trump thing, but let's talk about it. One thing I just want to make clear just for me, I have my opinions about it, but I don't trust nobody in the government that can say nothing exists. Then there are victims, there are people speaking out, and then all of a sudden there's something to release. What happened to them not existing? And you're his closest friend, you're all of this, you posting statues, and we're talking about one of the biggest pedophile rings in the world. You're his close friend who has different politicians allegedly involved in it. And we think that they're going to not go with the person that is the president to protect my name and my position for the most part. We can think certain things on the other aspect, but how can we scrutinize Black pedophiles or Diddy and things like this? Say, oh, you mean to tell me all them people hanging out with them didn't know what's going on? But we don't hold the same opinion. It's okay that he touched some things that we benefit from.
Yeah,
but
but
we're
he
not
saw.
gonna act like the pedophile allegations and the way he moves there or says one thing it doesn't seem sketchy. You can't
No.
say there's no fouls, then come
It-
back and say there's something to release. Why did you say there was no fouls? And are we trusting these people to have the
Again,
real information where we can speak so confidently?
And by the way, before y'all
Yeah,
go, well, just
Okay,
to
so-
complete
That's
what
it.
Lucky said, like 5 seconds, when Cash Patel, the head of the FBI, was answering questions, and they asked him, "Did you told Donald Trump that he was on the Epstein files?" They asked him the question 7 times, and he danced around and refused to answer the question. Why would he refuse to answer the question 7 times? We could just say no. No, he's not.
Okay,
I
so-
didn't say it. No, I didn't tell nothing to him. Why is he dancing around the question? It's because
Okay.
he's actually told him that. So go ahead, you got it.
So I feel the need to clear something up real quick. I don't know why Fantasy Island Girl doesn't just join the show and give her little commentary. But here's the thing: he wasn't convicted of 34 felonies.
It wasn't.
He was convicted of 34 counts. There's a difference between counts and actual felonies. Okay, what it was is they claimed that item was written down incorrectly in the file 34 different times. Now, normally that type of error would be considered a misdemeanor. But because it was him, they turned it into a felony. The only problem is it's not against the law to pay someone to not put your personal business out there. It's against the law if you did something illegal. If you were doing something illegal,
he falsified business records, and that
you're
is
paying
illegal.
somebody, and you're paying somebody to suppress evidence or suppress something that's going to get you convicted, right?
Especially if it's an agreed upon NDA too. It was an agreed upon NDA also.
Exactly. So number one, it was 34 felony counts. There's a difference, Island Girl. Just because you talk like a white girl and fuck a white boy don't make you smart.
We are going to refrain from now on. We're going to refrain from talking to the chat. Okay, there's 8 people in the show. We go from there. I just want to ask a question real quick to Angry Man, and then Fantastic, you got it. So, is the Stormy Daniels allegations, is that a rumor or that's true? Angry Man.
No, it happened.
You said what?
Is the Stormy Daniels allegations that he cheated on his pregnant wife with a porn star, is that true or is that just rumors?
Oh, it's absolutely true.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
When cheating on your pregnant wife become a felon?
He's not a felon, but y'all are conservatives. Y'all are the family values, and for whatever reason, y'all preach family values until the Donald Trump being a scumbag.
I don't give.
No, y'all got it. Y'all got it.
I don't give a flying fuck what he did in reference to cheating, because the one thing I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna sit here and listen to a bunch of people that do shit wrong every goddamn day.
Sure.
All of a sudden put another motherfucker on a pedestal and say, "Oh, you have to be perfect and you can't do nothing wrong."
No, it's not being perfect. Is
No,
that
we're not
y'all care
doing
about kids when black women are doing abortions, but when these white folks are fucking kids in the island, all of a sudden y'all don't care.
Actually, I was about to get to that.
Right? When these abortions, black woman, but when these white folks are fucking kids in the island, we have no proof. What are you talking about?
Let me ask you a question. So let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you something.
Fantastic. My bad.
Who's the individual that ran that island?
Epstein.
What happened to him?
He is in heaven.
Okay, he's gone, right? He's up out of here, right? He's gone,
Yes.
right? All of the people that was involved in that, or have they been brought to trial? Have they been brought to justice?
No.
What files and what paperwork did you see that implicated Trump in running that island with him or participating in any of that shit?
He's not running the island. He's being see. No. Hey, no, sir. You asked me a question. The files were redacted. 1 second, please. Sir.
Have you seen any paperwork? In other words, proof that he participated in any of that shit?
Sir,
Yes or no?
sir, no, because
Yes
no, because the files are being
And
blocked.
that's the end of it right
They're not
there.
being blocked.
No,
sir.
it's not the end of no, sir.
That's
One
the end
second,
of it right
please,
there.
sir. 1 second.
Well,
It's
hold
not the
on.
end
That's
of
the
it.
end of it right there.
1 second. It's a twofold thing. And fantastic. Get it interrupted. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Right? Twofold thing. The first one, once again, Epstein was deleted under Trump presidency. It's just the first one. One second. You don't have to respond to everything I say. Angry man, you don't have to respond to everything I say. The second one, under Trump presidency, his wife is having a luxurious life in prison. She's walking dogs. She has fancy $1,000 umbrellas. She's living the life. Why would the Trump presidency give so much luxury and put it on a nice facility to a woman that is convicted of a part of the worst PDF file ring of all time? Why is he giving her all these favors if we actually know that she did that? Why is the Trump presidency doing that?
You know what I find funny?
Oh, time to move the goalposts. 1, 2, 3.
I see why Joe Biden got away with everything he got away with. Because y'all
Joe Biden and Trump are the same.
Y'all spent so much time with y'all's head buried up Trump's ass that Biden got away with all types of wild shit.
Hey, I promise I'll be quiet.
Here's the funny thing I noticed.
I'll be quiet forever.
The funny thing I noticed is y'all got all this smoke for rumors and no proof about Trump, but I could literally pull up videos right now of Joe Biden sniffing girls.
Okay, that's perfect. That's creepy. Hey, fantastic. No, that's creepy. That's very creepy. But you know what? Y'all call that man sleep. Angry man.
That he showered with her.
No.
Yeah, not just that, man. So,
okay, but y'all call that man Sleepy Joe, and look at your president last week sleeping on the job.
But this war is going on, and the president is trying to end it.
Shit.
Not because listen,
Sleep
we
with
have
you.
things to focus on in the world as a country.
That's
why we're that's
Look
why
at
even
Sleepy Joe
now. Steve Witkoff is in Moscow.
Hey, again, y'all are hypocrites. Y'all will call your opposition a name, and then when these men do it, y'all don't do it. So go ahead, fantastic. You got it.
So first and foremost,
so what you gonna do is you just gonna make some shit up and just run with it.
Yeah, I got it.
I made it up.
Video. He wasn't asleep.
Yeah,
he wasn't asleep.
Yeah,
no,
he
was
blinked.
not.
You can literally see him blinking. But I got it. So first
He was
and foremost,
blinking.
Yeah, he blinked. Yeah. So first and
Way y'all
foremost,
be reaching is crazy.
So first and foremost, the Stormy Daniels shit happened way before he was president. So his infidelity with his wife had nothing to do with it because that was before he's even talking about being president. Secondly, it's crazy how again we got all this focus on Trump, but Bill Clinton has been documented, and Bill Clinton is definitely in the Epstein files. Bill Clinton was definitely on the plane, Ledger, and the island several times, and Bill Clinton has been directly implicated and claimed to be not only him and his wife. Hillary Clinton, both of them. Hold on.
Okay.
You said let me go. So both of those individuals, former president, and the presidential candidate that ran, that would have still been on the same thing. They have been accused. Trump has never been officially accused by any of the Epstein victims. Y'all are just talking shit and spreading rumors.
Yes, he was.
Hold on. No, by who? Tell us by who.
Yes, he was.
You can't. No.
Yes,
by
he was.
Who?
Yes,
by
he
who?
was. Yes, he
Tell
was.
us by who?
Yes, he was. I don't know the name, but I don't know the name, but I'll give you. I promise. Go ahead.
I promise you won't, because again, when the main person, the lady that just deleted herself like a year ago or whatever, was asked about him, the star witness, like ground zero person of being what's the name, child traffic victim. She said Donald Trump didn't do anything. I never seen Donald Trump, whatever. I had actual conversations and things with him and so on and so forth, but he never tried anything. He never did anything. He is innocent. Okay. Now, if you can find a person that says otherwise, I need you to fucking bring it up, because I haven't heard that testimony. I haven't seen it written nowhere, but that's neither here nor there, right? So if we want to talk about infidelity, again, that same president, Bill Clinton, was getting motherfucking head in the goddamn Oval Office. Not only getting head, he skidded on a dress.
Sure.
Hit it with the money bag, yo. Hit her with it. You know what I'm saying? He could control everything, bro. So what do we? So this is what we talk about when. Okay, Clinton was president. Clinton cheated while he was in office. Clinton lied about cheating, right? Clinton had
Yes.
2 terms back to back.
Hmm.
Clinton is definitely, for sure, guaranteed on the Epstein files.
Okay.
Clinton has been implicated and accused by several, not just one, several girls that are in the Epstein files. Yet and still, y'all gonna make this shit up about Trump, and there's no evidence to support it.
So your claim is just what about them? Yes, Hillary Clinton and especially Bill Clinton. Yes, Bill Clinton should be in jail too with Trump. What's the problem with that?
Well, again, you can't say with Trump because again, you're gonna have to show me the person or the evidence that accused him of doing the shit that fucking Clinton and both of the Clintons were done. Not to mention, like I said, we want to talk about it's not just creepy. Again, as Angry Man alluded to, his own daughter. His daughter wrote a book talking about how inappropriate things, happen. So I guess we're gonna call his daughter a liar.
No, sure, but that's what we're saying, right? If like two things can be true at the same time, go ahead and arrest Bill Clinton. If Donald Trump as this political weapon against one of the biggest Democratic Party leaders of all time, why would he fight it to release it? Why doesn't he put him under the jail and point out and says, look at the people on the other file, they are PDF files? Why are he fighting against that if he has these web? Why the Republicans fighting against these if this man is guilty of it? Put Bill Clinton under the jail, release the files, and everybody goes to jail. Why not do that?
So just so we can get past this, if there is any proof that any of them was on Epstein Island engaging in whatever activities, lock them the hell up.
Yep.
But my thing is, if you don't got proof, I done said this numerous times, bro. That is one hell of a jacket to put on somebody if you don't got proof. If you don't got proof to just be throwing that out there saying, yeah, he obviously did this and obviously did that, bro. It's certain stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, they definitely did that unless there's something proving it, unless there's some solid evidence to showing that.
And the last thing, and furthermore, just real quick, Patty, the most important thing, if that was the case, if he was guilty, if he was definitely in there and he knew he was in there, he has officially signed the bill ordering the release of the files.
Yes, I don't know how many. So let me ask you something fantastic. That bill is about to come out. If this bill come extremely redacted, would you change your opinion?
What you mean? Extremely redacted.
This bill, like he fought against the release of the files for months, and all of a sudden he said, "You know what? We're going to release them." If he released the files and the files were extremely redacted, would you say, "Hey, you know what, Lucky? Now something is fishy"?
Yeah,
because this man. Like, would you change your mind on that?
Yeah, real shit. And now I put this on my kids. If the list come out and it doesn't name any of the perpetrators, any of them, that's definitely something not right. 10,000%.
I just wanted to make sure that we are all on the same page.
Perpetrators?
Huh?
And who would we collectively have to agree on who the perpetrators are? Because honestly, when Angry Man said it earlier, all this smoke when he said Biden, I thought he was going to say the Clintons, because that's what started the whole conversation. Trump's first election was the emails. So it's like, I don't know, y'all got it.
I think it would be clear. It would say who the perpetrators were. It would be in there.
Yes, and my thing is, I want an unredacted list. That's all I want. Like, there's not just the Democrats are there, but the Republicans are not. The Republicans are there, but the Democrats are not. If this is about the truth, I want every single name unredacted. And if names are redacted, in my opinion, and I think every sensible person actually believes that there's something fishy about this administration trying to redact names out of their list. I think everybody, Republican or Democratic, is, because if we agree about kids, right? If you agree about the safety of kids and all that, the worst crime ever should actually, these people of power that be touching on these kids should be on the forefront.
Well, you do know this ain't the first administration that has not released that list.
No. Donald Trump run on it. That's different. One of his biggest campaign promises was,
Bro,
if
I
I'm
don't care
elected,
who-
I
don't
will release
care-
the
I don't
Epstein
care.
files. So now he has to come through with
this is
that.
how I know- See, this is how I know this ain't about
It's
justice.
crazy.
This is how I know this ain't about justice for them fucking kids. It's about y'all not liking Donald Trump.
Thank you.
Because at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter whose administration it is.
No, but that's not the point.
The list should have been released, period, regardless of who was in office.
Yes. So, but that's the point is, but that's the main point, right? I'm saying if Bill Clinton and all these Democrats are there, you can go to jail, go to hell, whatever you want to go. But Donald Trump, one of these biggest political promises was, I will release the Epstein files. If he literally fought that shit for a year, he said, I'm going to end the Ukraine war in 24 hours. Good luck with that shit. He said, I'm the president of peace. And now he's literally trying to fight a war with Venezuela. Drug dealers should get the death penalty. And now,
war would have never
man, you don't have to
started.
reply to everything I say.
War would have never even started if your punk ass homie wasn't in office in the first place.
What? Wait, who is trying to go to war with Venezuela?
Conversation saying we shouldn't care about them now because we didn't care about them before, or are we saying like, why do people care about them now when they didn't care about them before?
What I'm saying,
what is them?
What I'm saying, I'm not saying we shouldn't care now because we didn't care before. What I'm saying is have the same energy across the board. If we gonna call out Trump's administration for not releasing some shit, we need to call out Biden's administration for not releasing some shit. We need to call out every administration for as long as he's been doing that goofy shit.
But that's not the point. The point is you run on a populist, like imagine Barack Obama, right?
I got
Change.
you saying that his campaign promise.
Yes, he's like change. I will change. I will close Guantanamo. If I don't close Guantanamo, I will hold it against you.
This is the problem, though. Again, he's delivered on that. He signed the bill to release the wasn't it, so he can't hold, regardless of how we got here. We're here, so you can't say that he didn't do it because he delivered a promise. Just like the price of eggs, like some genius or some idiot was talking about the price of eggs didn't change. The price of eggs are down from a year ago.
No.
Yeah,
but no, fantastic. But he'll, like, for example, the affordability thing, right? He ran on let's make America affordable again. And now all of a sudden that economy is literally inches from going to shit and having a massive collapse. He's saying
where? What a
can you let me finish, please?
You don't know what you're talking about. What economy
So
are you talking about?
Oh damn, what the hell is on the back on this shit? Let me see.
Ali here.
What
Ali
you
up here.
talking about right now?
So correct me if I'm wrong.
Inflation rate right now, fatty. What's the
what is the
inflation rate right now?
Go ahead and tell us.
I got you. So what the inflation rate? Hold on. Let me. So the inflation rate don't even matter because we just finally got a quantity tightening, right? So Fatty, what's happening is, again, I think you got to put this in proper context. He's been in office for not even a year. He hasn't been in office for a year. He had to bring down major inflation, Fatty. He started the tariffs, and the tariffs are working. Ain't nobody talking. It's the reason why I'm motherfucking talking about tariffs no more. The tariff shit is working.
No, they're not.
Is. Yes, hold on. You gotta know what you're talking about when you say this now. It's fucking working to the point of where Trump has got an idea where he's of course, again, and to your point, Fatty, we all know politicians have to sell. They're the greatest salesmen in the world. Okay. As much as a piece of shit as Barack Obama was, what was Barack Obama? He was incredibly charismatic, and he was very, very good with fucking selling you a fucking dream, right? That's a part of being a good politician. Trump is a businessman. Trump's been doing this shit, selling dreams and all this other shit for his whole entire life. Okay. He did the same thing to the American people. Thing is, he's delivered on major ones. Okay.
No.
Go ahead.
Again, this is what I'm saying because y'all let me finish, right? These men run on affordability, make America affordable again. And now, on the last 2 months, that people are grilling him because a lot of things are not affordable.
Oh, really? Remind me again what country
Can I finish? Angryman, you're too reactive. You are too reactive. Angryman,
remind me again what
let me finish.
I don't like listening to people
you can correct me.
Lies. I do not like listening to people tell
okay, no, 1 second.
Lies.
Okay, so let me ask you something.
Right now as we speak, let me ask you something,
please.
See what I mean?
Because you interrupted and you don't see what I mean. Let me ask you something. Did Donald Trump said, let's make America affordable again. And now that people are asking for that, he's saying, I didn't say I wanted to make America affordable. This is a Democrat's hoax. I never mentioned affordability. Is he lying on that, Angry Man?
Fatty, here's the thing.
Answer my question, please.
Fuck about Fatty. You're not gonna coerce me.
You have to answer my question before you start talking.
You are not. You interrupted me to ask the same question again with the same bullshit.
Hey, you are delusional on your head. You interrupted me. You are full of shit. You literally interrupted me, and then you said you interrupted me. No, answer my question, and then you can go on your monologue. Easy lying about saying he never promised affordability. This is a Democrat vote. Is he lying or is he telling the truth?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish my fucking statement. Is what I'm gonna do.
Okay,
that's what I'm gonna do.
After you answer the question,
you don't know. No, you don't get to determine how I speak, bro.
Okay,
you're wilding right now.
Answer the question.
You're wilding right now because you don't want me to say the other shit. You don't want me to correct.
No, you can do it after you answer the question.
You don't want me to correct the lies you just said a second ago.
You can do it after you answer the question.
Do it now.
Did Donald Trump run on making America affordable again?
No, I'm going to do it now.
Yo, Fatty, just
no, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? Let's see if he answers the question.
He's not.
No. Everybody quiet, please. Let's see if he answered the question or if he's going to dance around it and move the goalpost. Go ahead.
No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue saying what I was saying in the first place.
No, you're going to answer the question first. Hey, actually, let me do this. Is this true? Is that what you're saying?
What?
Is this what you're saying? He said affordability is a lie that Dems keep pushing. Is this true, Angry Man?
Fatty, let's move on. He gonna digress.
No. We don't have to.
He's gonna continue. He's gonna continue to meander.
This is great television. This is like again another one. Modern woman can answer straight questions. Look at me tap dancing around the questions. It's
just real quick. Well, I want to go back to a point I made earlier because people challenged it.
You're not gonna play this straw man bullshit with me, Fatty.
So answer the question.
You're not gonna play this straw man bullshit with me.
Why are you being difficult?
No, you're being difficult.
So why don't you answer the question?
You're being difficult. You're being difficult.
Can you answer the question, please?
You're being difficult, and you're being a poor host.
Okay.
No. If I was a good host, I would step on your motherfucking neck because you're not answering questions.
You're being a poor host right now.
A host doesn't let their guests run over them.
No,
you are being a poor guest.
I'm not trying to run over you. You're projecting.
Don't answer my question.
You're trying to run over me right now.
Angry Man, I'm being a poor host.
Run over me right now, bro.
Angry Man, I am an expert on Uno reverse. You are being I'm being a poor host, and you are being a poor guest. You want to play more? I have more cards. It's fine. Can you answer the question? Matter of fact, I don't need you to answer the question.
We will end inflation and make America affordable again. But the word affordability is a Democrat scam. One of my top priorities will be to quickly defeat inflation and make America affordable again. I don't want to hear about the affordability. We will make America affordable again. We're going to make it affordable again. You know, there's this fake narrative that the Democrats talk about, affordability. Affordability is a con job. We will target everything from car affordability to housing affordability. You know, this whole thing is, they use the word affordability. It's a Democrat.
Yeah, but you got to show more.
And now I will be quiet. Let me be quiet. Let me make my.
So again, you want to get hung up on him saying affordability, but you want to completely ignore the fact that inflation is down. Because you're full of shit.
Inflation been down since Biden.
You're full of shit.
Inflation been down since Biden.
You are full of shit. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Inflation been down since COVID.
Inflation right now is the lowest it's been in 4 fucking years.
Inflation is down since COVID. That's the point. Yes.
What you're talking about right now, Fatty.
Yeah, no. So actually, Angry Man is up 0.1% right now. It's up 1.1%. So not 1%, but 0.1%. So it's not down. It's what the argument they use is technically up by 0.1%. Secondly, my point of what I said of the tariffs are working. $195 billion have been made in the fiscal year alone from tariffs.
Who pays them?
What do you mean who pays them? The countries, the other countries pay them.
No, you see what I'm talking about? Y'all are not prepared to have this conversation.
I'm very prepared.
Let me. Okay, so sir.
All I'm gonna say, Fatty, is no, don't.
No, I know. You didn't do that to me. I know it doesn't fair. Fantastic. I apologize.
I'm not even talking about the fairness shit. I'm just saying because hey, me and you, we brothers. So we.
No. I got you.
But I'm just saying this, fam. Like, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, so
no, that's fair. I apologize. I take that back. No,
put it there.
I take that
brother. No, Americans ain't paying shit.
No, you are right. No, you're right.
Japan.
Right. So okay, so this is what I'm talking about, right? And this happens a lot of time when somebody posts these on Instagram and Twitter. Record level of tariffs being paid, 97 billion. The tariffs are being paid by the American consumer. That's what they are being paid by the American consumer. Yes. Yes, they are.
Inflation.
So just like you showed, just real quick, Angry Man. So just like you showed us the clip of Trump saying affordability, show me the clips that where Americans are paying it and not the fucking countries that have to pay the fucking tariff. Show it.
No. So the cost, for example, if you actually export something from Asia, you are going to understand that the prices are higher because what happens is those countries' commerce don't want to lose on their margins. So if the tariff is 20%, they up the price, and the American consumer is paying that difference because we are still going to import shit from China. Yes.
No, inflation is only up 0.1%.
CJ. No, Fatty.
How is that no?
You're either purposely doing this or you don't understand. Tariffs mean that in order for your shit to get over here, you pay us a upfront fee. You pay us an upfront tax to get your shit here.
So we spend that.
Order.
So we spend that.
The country.
And are the prices the same, or are these?
I just told you. Hold on. I just told you. Wait. I just told you inflation only changed 0.1%.
Thank you.
I just told you inflation only changed 1.1%. Gas prices and everything still the same. Food is down. So yes, the prices are still the fucking same.
No. So
that's what inflation is.
Let me just reply 1 second, and then you got it right. You know what? Most prices are not changing because Trump threatened tariffs, and then he actually doesn't do them. What Trump does, let me finish. What Trump does is, in 1 month, I will tariff Mexico, Canada, and China, and the markets go down. And then on Monday, he says, you know what? I'm going to delay it 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. What happened on the tariff that actually Trump passed through? All those commercial goods, actually the value of the price went up, and now the Americans are paying the difference for the difference. It actually trickles down to Americans paying the tariffs.
No, that trickle down shit is bullshit. You just shot yourself in the foot. You just shot yourself in the foot.
No, I didn't, but prove it.
Well, I can tell you how. Let me tell you how. So either way it goes, even if he's bluffing and he says, hey, I'm gonna tariff your ass to motherfucking 50% or whatever, so on and so forth, and the country that is doing the import drops the price down or takes the tariffs away for us, who reached the benefit of that reduction in the fucking shit that they're importing? The Americans. It don't work that way, bro.
So
it's not working the way you're claiming that it's working.
So can I have a chance?
Sure, go ahead.
I love y'all, right?
No, you don't, because you're late.
The citizens still
your mic went out. Your mic went out.
Your audio is low.
Yeah, you're not on your headphone.
You sure?
You on there now? You good now? But before you wasn't.
So
yeah, you good now.
The people take on the cost of the inflation, y'all. The tariffs actually cause more inflation. So the reason why 3% sounds good because the number is so low, but y'all got to remember in 2021-22, the prices, the inflation went to 8-9%, but then in 2023-24 it went down, and then in 2025 it added 3% back again. So it's like comparing, let's say your groceries $100. After the spike, it went to $109. In 2003, it adds 5%, it's $114. 2004, it'll go to 118, and 2005 it'll probably go to 122. So just because they're paying tariffs, that doesn't mean that we're paying off with the inflation. So what Fatty's saying is right. Generally, we are paying off the higher price. The tariffs through the higher prices, the government collects the revenue. It doesn't pay off the inflation for us. So we still have to pay off the inflation. It goes to the importers have their prices go up, and then they put the cost on to us.
Yeah, but your numbers are wrong. Your numbers are wrong.
Does not.
Which numbers?
All the numbers you just said. So, like I said, I just told you. I don't know if you heard me when you got in here.
Okay.
There was a 0.1% change in inflation, Ali. It's only went up 0.1%. It went from 2.9 to 3. So again, it bottomed out at 2.9.
You hear what I told you? So hear what I said first. It went up to 9% in 2002.
No, it wasn't 9. It was 7. It was 7.
No, it was between 8 and 9. I know
just looked at it. I just looked at it.
You say 7, and then it went down. No, it slowed right to about 3, between 3 and 6, right? And then it added 3% back to it.
No.
Yes, fantastic. Let me look it up.
Can I chime in real quick? Can I chime in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, if inflation went back up, that was recent because it was down before, which is the entire point that I was trying to make. Tariffs does not cause inflation. That's not what's causing inflation. I did an entire show on this. And then on top of that, when you're talking about what Fatty's talking about is the American people eating the cost because of those companies trying to offset what they have to pay up front by raising the prices of their products and whatever they're sending over here. But the problem that people don't understand, because they're saying, oh, well, those companies are gonna raise their prices. Only 3% of the products that they send over here, only 3% of the products that they send over here are necessities. The other products are things that you don't have to freaking have. And the entire point of the tariffs, it's not going to be a short-term gain. It's a long-term gain.
No, but you're still wrong. But you're still wrong, Angry Man. That's the point that he's telling you. The government collects tariff like that, like they the plug, like they get money for it, but we still take on the.
They get money from both sides.
So
they get money from both sides. That's literally what it is. For example, farmers and construction workers, construction companies that need wood and lumber from Canada, like they are literally complaining because if y'all put tariffs on Canada, now all of a sudden the construction prices are going to go up and these companies are going to go bankrupt. We know that, once again, capitalism is for making profit. As soon as these people know that you are going to increase their overall cost, they are going to pass that shit to the final consumer. This is motherfucking economics 101. Why are we debating this?
No, because it's not economics.
It's not economics 101. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, everything you're saying is wrong. You're putting a political spin into something that's numbers. So we're gonna say it to you again, okay? The thing is, like, you got the part that is right is that the government is being paid directly, right? So there's a separation of the government being paid and then the consumer buying from the consumer. That person is not raising their price of the goods or whatever they are, the product that they're sending here. That price is staying the same. I've already proven that to you because inflation is the same. Okay. And we know that a lot of other essential things are either the same or down, right? Food prices are down. Gas prices are about the same, right? And we know we had a huge spike because within the presidency, that's the part that nobody's even talking about. There was a huge spike back up to like 6%. All right. But he's gotten it back down in a year's time. And you guys aren't giving any consideration. This is Trump's first, not even whole year. It'll be a year in fucking January. Okay. So he had to come back and rectify a fucking shitstorm economically. Okay. Start the tariffs, get the tariffs working and going, bring down food prices, eggs specifically, which he has done, right? Maintain gas prices, all these different things, and now y'all have not showed not one thing where this price has astronomically jumped in a year's time. Y'all just making accusations.
Fantastic. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. You know, fantastic. And by the way, I want the bottom row to participate a little bit. I'm just going to say this, fantastic. If the economy was doing better under Trump, it wouldn't hide the GDP numbers and the job numbers every 3 semesters, every 3 months. If Donald Trump numbers were so good for the economy, or at least were stable to the point where you say at least he maintains something or there's a minimal improvement, this motherfucker and his administration will be hiding GDP numbers and job numbers every time they can. How are you hiding shit that is literally going to make you more popular around the American people? Why are you doing that?
Can I say this real quick? Let me say this real quick, Angry Man, because they point is moot. If the tariffs was having an effect they said it was having, the inflation would skyrocket. It wouldn't just jump up 1.1%. Inflation would skyrocket if the tariffs was having the effect y'all are saying they were having. Shit would be more expensive across the board, but they're not. If inflation is just up 0.1%, I don't know why y'all can't see that.
What's your point exactly?
That is the point, that y'all are wrong.
So you just repeated what Fantastic said.
The point is y'all are wrong.
No. Your point is I'm going to repeat what
Y'all are wrong, man. Y'all just saying shit.
Oh no, your point now is better. I'm going to repeat what Fantastic said, and y'all wrong. Now is way different.
Don't be a hater,
right?
Fatty.
No,
it's good. It's good. You wrong and you win. This is what you do.
No. I love it. I love it.
Does not show that you're wrong. If the inflation up, only
there's no. Shows
that you're wrong.
I want to compare the GDP and the job numbers, but I can't because they're not being released for whatever reason.
My God.
Lucky and Diggy, y'all want to say anything?
You're going off of everything you can't see instead of the stuff you can see.
Yes,
you got evidence.
Because we have another stop and then we go to the main event. Go ahead, Lucky, JB, and Angry Man. Okay, Angry Man. Go ahead, Angry Man. No, she's talking with somebody on the side.
Yeah, I don't really have too much of a dog in this fight when it comes down to, like, the tariffs and things like that. There's only going to be so much that you really can control, from the perspective that we sit at. Like I said, what Mr. Fantastic said, he's in his first year. So it's only so much scrutiny that you can really give him until you get to maybe like year 3 or 4 or whatnot. But just sitting right now, we definitely got to sit back, wait and see how things transition. That's what I think. For better or for worse.
And then I have another curveball for you and your president. Go ahead.
Like, I'm literally trying to figure out how a nigga that don't even live in this country gonna tell me about the economy in this country.
The same way a nigga that is a stepdad is talking about the red pill and manosphere.
Gave the floor to me.
The same way a step dummy is talking about the manosphere and the red pill. The same way.
Fatty, real talk, bro. I didn't come over here to be disrespected, fam.
Oh, you disrespected me first. Are you serious?
Come over here. I'm dead serious.
You disrespected me first.
Come over here, bro.
You punch me, I punch you.
Bro,
what is that clear about?
Bro, nobody disrespected you.
What?
That wasn't disrespectful.
You.
So nobody. Why? What the fuck do you know about the not even from here? Like, what the fuck?
You're not. You're
and you are a stepdad, so I didn't respect you either. So we even.
You're literally speaking on the economy that I'm living in.
Yes, and you are. You didn't lie about me, and I didn't lie about you. So we even.
I literally watch the market. All of my shit is up, and has been up since this dude got back in office. The freaking gas prices, all of that shit, everything that y'all keep saying. CJ said it perfectly. If what y'all was saying was true about the tariffs, we would see increasing prices across the board.
What is up exactly on your portfolio again? Just to make sure. What is up on your portfolio again?
You said what?
What is up on your portfolio again? What is up?
What do you mean, what is up?
You said, oh, I have these and I have that. What is up on your portfolio exactly?
I said across the board.
I mean, his portfolio probably is up. If you really look at like how the S&P 500 move, it definitely has its drops and its fluctuations back up. So it probably is up.
Was it up under
You can't
Biden?
just
Was up under Biden?
Boy, everything
No.
tanked during COVID. So
No.
you got to understand
No,
that
no.
we created new
Oh
lows.
my God, the
So you
stock
have to
market
understand
reached
that.
all-time highs under Biden. The crypto market reached all-time highs under Biden, and then he keep
No,
going
it didn't.
because we're in the bubble.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
What?
No, it didn't.
So in
No, it did not.
in 2024, the S&P 500 and the crypto markets and the housing markets weren't hitting all-time highs at the same time.
Bro, right before Biden got elected, you could literally predict the way the market was going to fluctuate in reference to crypto. Right before he got elected, if crypto was up, the
What is this, man? Like, what y'all talking about, man? 2024, isn't this an all-time high? We are in the bubble. It keeps going up. But on that point, when Biden left the presidency, the S&P 500, all crypto, all this shit was all-time high. You got a bunch of money. One second, please. One second. His presidency started in 2020, 20 something. It was 3,841. By the time he left, it was up 600 points. What the fuck are y'all talking about? What is
so now?
like,
So
what is
wait,
this?
give the same. Hold on, wait, no, go back, brother.
Yeah,
Go back.
it
No,
kept-
bring it back.
it
Bring
kept
it back.
going up.
Bring it back. Now
Yes.
say the difference from what from 31 what 31.7.
This was during the pandemic. It
36?
went
Okay.
from he actually went further because I think the market doubled. It went from 2000 and something to then when he left the presidency to 4,000 and actually 5,000. Still in 2024. One second. When did Trump got elected? When did he got elected?
January. I mean November. It's November. November.
January.
So you got but you got no. So hold on. You got to give credit to Trump because people with the economy went up exponentially because Trump was elected. Trump won the election. So starting November 2024.
No. We're talking about it's this year. Yeah, the market went up. The market did a crash year, and then it's still up. It's still up. It's on all-time highs right now.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So
No,
you're saying
but-
so you're still so that's the point we're saying. So
No,
it's
but that
all-time
was not
high
his
now.
claim. No, but that was not his claim. No.
It was all-time high back
the
under
funny
Biden.
thing is, he pulled a graph up, and the graph proved my fucking point.
No, he didn't because that's not my claim.
If you go back and look,
Oh
at
my God.
Biden, if you go back and look at the years Biden was in there, the shit was down.
Yeah.
Go back and show it.
no,
Go back
no.
and show. Go back and show. Go back and show the market before COVID. Show that.
Sir,
You don't even
I,
gotta
I,
do it.
I will do it. I will do it for sure. I will
But
do
you
it.
don't have
Okay,
to do it
please.
though. You just but Fatty at the end of the day, right? Let's just go
But
a
the-
year.
But Angry Man, fantastic. That was not my point. Because stock market doesn't reflect the average American. The stock market reflects the top of people that actually have enough money to invest. I never used that. But Angry Man was saying that the market was up to shit when it comes to Biden. And I'm saying if Biden was elected in 2000, and this is the pandemic, it's right here, right? It was before the pandemic on 3,000. And by the end of it, in 2024, look at this. It literally doubled. It literally got 1,000 more points, more than 1,000 points.
I got you. But Fatty, you're missing the context, and this is the part where, like, again, I'm not saying you're being malicious in it, right? What happened, Fatty? After COVID, the most money that's ever been printed in the world was printed. Everybody had extra money, Fatty. They were overpaying people to not work. So you had people that had never heard of the stock market. You had people that never had money. That's why the economy was booming, bro. It's context here. Yes, yes. Hold on. Don't say no.
No,
it's definitely yes.
But fantastic. The globe is bigger than the United States. All the countries will follow in the same metrics. Inflation was up.
Hold on.
Like the jobs were.
What's the reserve currency of the world, Fatty? Who
Is
determines
American
the way
dollar.
the world moves?
Yeah.
No, but that's not the point, friends. Think about it, right? Please. The same time Americans were complaining about gas prices, Italians were complaining about gas prices. The same time y'all complaining about inflation, British people were complaining about inflation. COVID had effect throughout all the globe and all economies. People lost their jobs and all that.
Well,
The
are we not
trend
speaking
that
about
you
America?
see on the S&P 500 and all that is accompanied by the rest of the world because the world was closed. And then when you open, the things went up, and because now people have more money, now we have more inflation in the market. So it's a regular trajectory like what we're doing.
But you had more money because again the stimulus fatty, and that's what being here you have to take into consideration. People
Yes.
got paid the fucking stimulus money. You got just for existing, just for being to open the economy back up. People was overpaid for unemployment. They again, people were paid more money to not work than they were when they were working. Everything was booming. Fatty, just context, right? From a career standpoint, do you know how much the travel nurse business, bro? The travel nurse shit was ridiculous. Travel nurses, Airbnb, all of that shit was booming, Fatty, because people had free money they didn't have to fucking work for to be pushed into the economy. So if I got an extra fucking 10 bands and hey, I hear about this stock market shit or whatever, or what I'm gonna do? I can invest in the stock market. The businesses are getting more revenue. The businesses were booming because everybody had money.
Sure, but you are wrong, because what is causing this bubble and this surge out of nowhere when everybody's struggling in the job market, this shit and all that, is the AI companies. It has nothing to do with the regular consumer. Is literally these people are printing money and getting investments out of their motherfucking ass. Like we are on a AI bubble. All these companies literally doubled in size in 4 or 5 years. We know this is not sustainable because every job report, everything that comes out, it doesn't match with actually the results of what we're doing here. Is all speculation.
I'm literally looking at my portfolio right now, and for Biden's years, I was taking tremendous losses.
Maybe you are a shitty investor.
It wasn't until see, this is what I'm talking about right here. Is this what you invited me over here for, bro?
No. Talk with
like real talk. Is this what you invited me over here for?
Maybe you are a shitty investor. The S&P 500 did great.
What you invited me over here for, bro?
You know what? I'll be quiet. I'm going to get a sandwich. Let me go get an hamburger.
All right,
Like, this shit is fucking goofy as fuck, bro.
So CJ, we go back to those prices you talking about. The prices did go up. So in for housing, the rent went up 4.3%. The groceries went up 2.5%. In the energy, the gas went up, the electricity went up 2.8%, the gas went up 4.9%. Like the prices are rising. So that's the thing too, with the inflation and with the cost, even though money is being printed more, the housing is up, the auto industry is up, groceries is up, the cost of living went up with the inflation as well too. Fantastic and CJ. So even though y'all are saying that people are printing way more money than ever, the prices are still going up. The cost of living is still high for people. So a lot of times what I think happens is people like us, because I think you good, Angry Man is good, JB Reacts look like he good. We forget about what the average citizen or regular people are going through and what they struggling with, and they struggling with the cost of living. People ain't out here living good like that, but the people who got it are living good. So can we be honest about that? The regular American citizen is still struggling. We may not be struggling, and we're in a good position, but the average American citizen is still struggling.
I can agree with that to a degree, but I want to know is if it's because it says everything overall is like 3%, right? Everything I'm looking at it right now, all items.
But I'm asking you, look at the surge in 2022. It went up like y'all said 7. That's fine. It went down a little bit, but then it went back. The inflation went up 3 again.
So
it went up just this year, Ali.
I'm not disagreeing with y'all, but it's still, I'm just talking about the facts. I ain't trying to say if Trump bad, Biden bad, who bad. I'm just talking about how it's affecting the actual citizen. People can't afford to live. People can't afford
counterbalance. Hold on. So this is the counterbalance.
But this is my main point. I'm gonna give it back to y'all. This is my main point. Every time we talk about whether a president does good or not, we talk about the economy, which is actually affecting the people who own the corporations, right? The bigger people, right? The big head honchos. The regular people still be suffering. We don't address the fact that the cost of living is so high, the housing, the auto industry, the fact that you can take care of your child, daycare, all the stuff that people need to survive. We don't address that. We always say, oh, we doing good because the economy doing good, but it negatively impacts the average person because we have to go and attain a certain amount of debt for the economy to do good. People have to go in debt for the economy to do good.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think it's still situational because some people have kids who have to pay daycare. Some people don't have kids. Some people might have a mortgage. Some people might have a rent. Some
That's
people
all
house
debt,
might be
JB.
paid
That's
off.
all debt, fam. In order for the economy to do good, we have to occur debt. And that's
Yeah,
why they give
I
us
agree.
good credit, so we can get more debt. You get that positive debt. So
For
they
sure.
want people to be in debt for the economy to be good.
I mean, that's just the way how the system works.
Let me clarify something. Since people want to make accusations, number one, it's very difficult for me to be a shitty investor because I'm a long-term investor. I don't invest in individual stocks and I don't fucking day trade. I invest in ETFs and mutual funds that on average, when you invest long-term, bare minimum, you're going to get a 10% gain, bare minimum. Okay. So under Biden, because he made so many poor choices economically, it made certain things plummet, which is where those losses come from. It isn't until we get closer to Donald Trump getting elected that I start to see gains in certain shit. Everybody that's watching, BND, BNDX, JEPI, QQQ. Look the shit up and tell me if I'm a poor investor.
Yes. So let me explain why you are a poor investor, right? The Bitcoin.
Hey, Ali, I appreciate
You,
you inviting me, bro.
I'm replying to you.
You can't.
Okay,
You,
see you.
you can't bring up Bitcoin because that's decentralized.
No, I'm talking
You can't
about
bring up
the
Bitcoin.
main instruments of investment.
but
Bitcoin
don't bring up Bitcoin.
before Biden was elected until Biden left tripled price. It went from 15,000 to 50, 60 something thousand.
Why
The
you
same
using
thing with the
crypto?
stock market. The stock market doubled under Biden. And remember, Biden had the pandemic for 2 years in the middle of that shit. This is what we're talking about. You are a shit investor because if we tell that the three mains of investor is real estate, crypto market, and stock market,
Don't put
S&P
crypto up there.
500 and Bitcoin will give you 5-time returns of what they gave you. That's what I'm saying.
It's too
No, no,
volatile and it's decentralized. I wouldn't even use crypto.
that's irrelevant.
Bitcoin, any of that.
No,
So
that's irrelevant. If you put your money on the S&P 500 and sit with the ends below your like your ass, you would literally look at it and you would see that the stock market S&P 500 actually went not three times, but like literally at the surge. That's what we're talking about. Like, why are we debating this? Is the S&P 500 the most popular ETF in the world?
Right, and JB, this is the main thing we saying,
That's
right?
crazy.
Where we're missing each other. The people who got real estate, stocks, and bonds, and things that appreciate, those people that they don't have to worry too much about what's happening to their assets. Typically, if the economy slows, they still have assets. But if you have hourly wages and you work by the or you have a salary, those people are drastically impacted, man. Those are people going in debt because you have stuff. That's why Angry Man keeps saying he got stocks. But if you don't have dividends, if you don't have stocks, if you don't have real estate, if you don't have those kind of things that's what he keeps. So this conversation we having, right? Majority of people live check to check. We'll denounce it by what we'll go away from what Fatty is addressing and say, oh, since somebody's doing good in stock, or if I got some properties that we doing good because I got properties, Fatty got a business, and Angry Man got stocks. Like we can't. That's irresponsible.
How many 401ks you think are out there in the world, or let's say the United States?
What did you say? What's the question?
401ks.
401k is an American instrument. It only happens is an American instrument. It's not most countries have retirement.
Even most people, the average income, they have a 401k, and usually they 401ks, whatever company that they probably with, is going to be controlled in the stock market most likely. You don't have to have it set up like that, but a lot of companies offer that option, and it's usually controlled by whatever.
No, but what I'm saying is that
Ali, just 1 second. And this is why Angry Man is so wrong. The stock market doesn't reflect, like Ali is right. The stock market doesn't reflect the day-to-day American. This is crazy. This is speculation of the big dogs. It has nothing to do with the regular person. Why did he brought that shit up?
Yeah, I don't think he's wrong. Again, we're talking about the economy. So Ali is 10,000% correct about that. I'm not refuting that. Ali is correct as to where the stock market is not a trend of what the everyday person and consumer or worker is doing.
And fantastic. If the regular person is still struggling, then how are we happy with the performance of the presidents? If they weren't about, if for instance, we keep talking about immigration. We can get into immigration later on, right? Illegal or legal immigration, and the fact that the birth rate is declining, that we do need people to come over here, and we're making it hard for immigrants, and we're fear-mongering people for immigrants not to come here. But it would drastically help the country because the amount of people we're not having, and how it would help labor prices, how it would expand the economy. When we expand, we need more people. We need a lot of people, if you want to be honest. So when you addressing the common man, that's the problem with globally as well too. When you miss the common person, when you miss the regular citizen, and you're talking about the people in power, that's how we miss each other. If I'm not doing something to impact the regular citizen, and everybody in power still gets richer, and the poor still get poor, then the president can't be doing too good. He doing good for the people in power, but he's not doing good for the people, for the regular American citizen, and that's the problem I have with presidents.
For sure, good point. Like you said, people pointing the finger at the presidency, and they were saying like how we don't care about children. They said me and Angry Man didn't care about children or whatnot. But since you said they want people to come over here to supplement the economy for bodies, what about all the abortions that's happening in the world?
Yes,
in the United States.
you can talk about both.
As well.
So listen, it's funny you talked about that while I was driving here. That
Okay.
just like they brought African us over here, right?
Yeah.
Well, whatever I want to say Africans there, but pretending like they didn't want us here, right?
Okay.
And now they still treating us a certain type of way, just like they treat Mexicans, but they bringing Mexicans over here. I don't know if this country's already sold, but the fact that they want us to have less families and less children, while they're pretending they don't want immigration, they want immigration. They want people to come over here while they pretend they're making our families reduce so they can bring more people over here. I don't know what kind of deal they got, but you can see that there's no policy that's enforcing for people to have more children.
And this is why I think we need to learn how to play the game.
I'm saying fantastic. For the most part, our birth rate, we got to get back to 2 kids.
Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Jazz said abortion is health care.
Yeah, that's great.
Let me give a stat real quick. And I don't know if I got to say it on this show or another show. All the wars combined and the people that men have killed is 300 million. The abort in the last 100 years, women have committed in the last 40 years almost 3 billion abortions.
But why does that matter?
Because
it does matter.
No,
because they were.
One second.
Hold on. He's saying from the point. It doesn't matter.
No, but that's the point. You are not even like the point is this. Y'all say you care about killing children when these women do abortions, but there's literally a island that touches kids, the biggest ring in the planet, and y'all supporting a president that is blocking us knowing exactly what that is. So either you care about kids or you don't care about kids. That's the point.
Fatty,
the Epstein transparency.
You've already conceded that argument because I showed you proof and you accepted that he signed the bill to release the files.
And
so you can't go back
I will. No, fantastic. But that's what I told you. I will hold on, and when the bill is released, I'm going to go to the same people and say, "Hey, this is redacted. Do you think this is suspect? Do you think now we can criticize Trump for pushing out a redacted?"
Until it comes out redacted.
But fantastic. I'm just talking about consistency, right? If you care about kids, this should be on a priority list. Don't pick and choose and talk about kids on this situation. That's all I'm saying.
So hold on. So even that, right? We're not. Hold on. Let me be clear because we're talking about a very, very touchy subject.
Yes.
No one is trying to belittle or downplay children being abused sexually. Okay, first and foremost.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what we're saying is the amount of children abused sexually versus deletions, bro, is like very, very small.
No. That's fair. But fantastic. Y'all know about me. I just want to know about consistency, right? Like, let me actually give you an example, right? JB, do you believe that a baby deletion is killing a baby?
Yeah.
Do you know woman, or are you friends with woman, or do you talk are you connected with woman that did a baby deletion before? Do you know them?
Yeah, I do.
Why are you friends with the killer?
I wouldn't say I'm friends with him on a first name basis. I don't really talk to a whole bunch of
it's time to move the goalpost.
I'm not literally. I mean, I'm married. I mainly talk to my wife for the most part. Any other chicks? I mean, my old co-host Ashley.
You do, Fatty. I can't undelete the baby, and again, we're in a country that allows her to do so.
Right.
So friends, I understand your point. Hey, 1 second, and you got it. I understand your point. I'm just saying that you're not logically sound, because if you believe aborting a baby is killing a baby, and these people are actually killing somebody. And then you are friends with somebody that made an abortion. You are literally friends with the killer by your own metrics.
You can't use that argument because
How is not a good argument?
You're not logically sound, though.
That's wild. Hey man, that's crazy.
That doesn't mean you're not logically sound.
That's crazy.
Wait, hold on. Just Jazz Noel in the comment section said that abortion is health care. So it's blanketed, but it's not killing at that point. It's blanketed.
Jay. Hold on, Fatty, you friends with Jazz, right? That's your friend.
No. But she said,
hey, friends, you are not understanding what I'm saying. I am pro-choice. I believe that if you delete the baby and the baby is not viable outside of the womb, that's not nothing because that baby was 3 months, 2 months, what it is. Let me finish, please. Let me just finish. Under your worldview, that deleting a baby that is not viable outside of the womb is a deletion. If you know woman and you are friends with woman and you are connections and family with woman that did a baby before, why are you befriending a killer by your own definition? I don't think they're killers. Y'all do.
So Fatty, this is the thing, right? So first and foremost, you cool with it. So I don't know why you you support it
because there's your worldview. No, it's like a.
All right. So I'm with you. So this is what I'm saying, right? I can't undo something that a woman has the right to do in this country. And you got family members, you got casual acquaintances, you got all these things. For the most part, I don't even know. I've run into maybe 1 or 2 women that have disclosed or whatever that they had abortions, right? So do I throw her away and I fucking prosecute her or whatever? It makes no sense.
No, you decide. No, you decide, not me. You, like, for example,
Man, this makes zero
no.
sense.
CJ, you got it.
Oh,
go ahead.
Though I don't agree with that principle, I don't agree with abortion. I don't have any way to hold her accountable or to change the action that's already been done.
Sure, but what I'm saying is this. Yeah, but what I'm saying is this. If you are a Christian, right, that is Bible thumping, and you commit adultery, is way harder on you than on me. Because I don't have a manual book of instructions enough to deal with people. You are Bible thumping and thumping the Bible and bumping that shit on everybody's head. And all of a sudden, you don't love your neighbor. You don't, like you said, I'm saying, everything that is on your manual of instructions shows that you are not.
Because we only brought it up because y'all mentioned about how Trump had his escapades or whatnot with underage children. That's
it was what about this
was brought up. And
no,
then in the comments,
who brought it up, Jay? Jay, who brought it up?
Talking about it, Angry Man, you.
It was what about this? What about these baby deletions? What about them?
I brought that up because in the comment section,
brought it up because he said that we care about kids so much. How come we don't care about the ABs? That's how it came up.
Yeah, but that's what I said.
Hold on. Ali brought that in baby deletions into it. Period. Okay.
No, I didn't.
No, it was talked before. Fantastic. It was before. It was brought before. I made the joke.
No. Hold. No, JB pointed out that Jazz said is healthcare.
No, that's not the first time it was brought up.
Yes, it was.
No, it was now. Now it was Jazz and JB. Yes, it was this time. I made the joke on the beginning of the show about it, and then JB mentioned Jazz in the chat. That's the correct.
Then Ali, if y'all believe in following, Ali started talking about reproductive rate. My bad.
Yes, but if y'all believe in following the law, then Jazz would be correct because it's lawful, right? So you can't be against her. And the problem is when Fatty's
talking believe in all the laws.
Do y'all believe in justice?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you believe you should get the punishment for the crime?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
So if President Trump forget the kids, he was convicted on 34 felony counts, and he got all he did was being basically unconditional. What is it? What was it called? Forgiveness or whatever. Like he just
he's not pardoned, but he's exempt.
Most people get off on those crimes, Bill Khan. You can't act like most people get convicted and sent to jail off those crimes. Most people get off on those crimes.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on. That's the problem that Fatty's pointing out. When it's convenient, we want the person not to be punished. So what happens is it goes on his records, but then he doesn't get no punishment or fine. So if y'all truly believe in justice, shouldn't he serve 5 years in jail, 20 years in jail?
Not for that crime.
Ilkan. Let me say something.
Wait. Because it demonstrates what Fatty's talking about. Y'all telling me if I'm in real estate and I was hiding and I got 34 convictions of hiding payments, y'all don't think I should get a fine or go to jail?
Yes, you can get a fine. So what?
No,
That's like somebody. No, wait. Hold on. So if I get convicted of petty theft, if I get convicted of petty theft, everybody does it, but nobody does time. And Trump get convicted of petty theft. Y'all 32 counts of petty theft. Send him to jail. He should be a felon. He should be in prison. Like, no, nobody gets a lot of time for this crime. So don't try to make it seem like he should get a lot of time for the same crime that nobody gets.
Ali, but that's not this. That's not my point.
If a person y'all don't know gets caught with crack, y'all want him to go to prison. But in this,
we don't even care. We don't care.
Hey, CJ, listen to what Ali is saying. Stop interrupting. Look at this shit. President Trump wants to pardon a guy convicted of helping bring in 400 tons of cocaine to U.S. while bombing people in boats, supposedly to stop drugs. On the beginning of his presidency, he said that drug dealers should have the death penalty, and now it's releasing people that are literally smuggling 400 pounds of 400 tons of drugs. Is this a contradiction? Is this hypocrisy? Is this what Ali is saying? You say one thing to these people of this color, of these people of the other color, or your friends, you say another thing. Is this something that once again is hypocritical?
If it's true,
it is
yes,
hypocritical.
y'all keep leaving out are narratives and no proof of the support.
Is literally his tweet. No, is this tweet.
This is a fucking tweet. What are we
No,
talking
but
about?
no, 1 second. Is Donald Trump tweet and this man is arrested?
Okay,
this is
he's the
Donald Trump
president.
tweet. Like this is Donald
Trump
Trump tweet.
Honduras.
No, this man is arrested. Okay, he was arrested. Let's read it.
Former President Juan Orlando Hernandez, who has been, according to many people that I greatly respect, treated with very harshly and unfairly. This cannot be allowed to happen, especially now after Tito Asfara wins the election. So who is the guy? Who is the Tito? Who's the Juan Orlando? Who is he?
Is the Honduran guy that actually smuggled 400 tons of drugs to the United States? That's why he's arrested. He wants to pardon him.
They said something at the end. It seemed kind of backwards that he helped bomb or stop drugs or something like that.
So basically, what Trump is doing is, I am bombing boats coming from Venezuela because they are narco traffic boats, right? And he's literally saying, I'm not going to judge these people. They're not going to have a trial. We're not going to intercept them. I'm going to bomb the shit out of them, and I'm going to threaten Venezuela with a war because they are smuggling wars to the United States. And this is not the first time Donald Trump pardoned a guy that was the owner of the Silk Road, that is a dark web market for every type of motherfucking drugs happen there. And now he's literally trying to pardon a man that was convicted of smuggling drugs to the United States. He is arrested. The United States arrested him, and he wants to pardon that dude. Isn't this a massive contradiction? You want to go to war with Venezuela because of drugs, but you are releasing this motherfucker that literally was caught smuggling 400 pounds of 400 tons of drugs. And as the worst, is even worse. In the beginning of his presidency, when we were talking about black drug dealers and all that shit, Donald Trump said verbatim, drug dealers should be hanged. They should have the capital punishment. And now all of a sudden, he's releasing kingpins. Is this inconsistent and goes back on Donald Trump promises on I'm not the president of war, I'm the president of peace, and I'm going to be ruthless on drugs while I'm releasing these drug kingpins? Is this inconsistent?
It is inconsistent. Now I have a question. Is Juan Orlando from Venezuela?
No, he's Honduran.
He's Honduran. Okay. But nah, it is
follow-up question. Any follow-up question?
That move did shock me. And you got to understand that as an American, we don't agree with every move that Trump makes. You feel me? But a lot of us can attest to that. We do be having a better quality of life when he was president. So I'm going to say that too. Trump.
Arrogance.
Oh, for sure.
The American people.
Hold on. But
what's
the
up?
end of the brother trial marked only beginning the express. Shortly after leaving office in 2022, he was arrested and extradited U.S. along drug trafficking related weapons charges. So his brother was the one who was what's the name? U.S. prosecutors argued that he was central figure in more than 18-year-long drug trafficking scheme that funneled over 400 tons of cocaine into the U.S., equivalent to roughly 4.5 billion individual doses. The people of Honduras and the United States bore the consequences, he said. Prosecutors detail how Hernandez abused office by shielding drug traffickers armed with machine guns, grenade launchers in exchange. He received millions of dollars to fuel his political campaigns.
It was sentenced to 45 years in federal prison, American federal prison.
But they caught him up. They pretty much, from what he said, started out with his brother in 2019, and then they came back to get him 3 years later.
Yes.
After whatever. So, but again, so I don't know. So this is what I'm saying, and this is. So first, let me answer your question first. All right, it is inconsistent if you're going to pardon a person that was proven to be involved in a 400-ton drug trafficking scheme. Yes, it is inconsistent. But again, what we don't know is what they know. Just like when you look into these things in trial and they privy to information we may not be privy to. Because if you get, it's pretty much like a RICO charge, an international RICO. You start out with your brother, and then you say, "Oh well, hell, you was accepting money or so on and so forth, blah blah blah," and we got you involved in it. So now you caught up with your brother, and you get the same life sentence. But if you knew and you look into the trial and you like, okay, well, let's say, and I'm not saying he's completely totally innocent. Let's say, yeah, he accepted a bribe here or there, but just because he accepted a bribe don't mean fucking he was directly involved with the 400 fucking tons of that pure cocaine coming across the border.
Yeah, but we kind of moving the goalpost because fantastic.
No, it's not moving the goalpost.
No. You giving more information, right? But think about it. On the beginning of the conversation, I couldn't accuse Trump of the Epstein thing because he wasn't convicted and there was no proofs. So we need to wait until he actually gets caught. And now we have a person that got caught, got convicted, is serving 45 years. And all of a sudden, you know what? Maybe there's something behind that we don't know. Like, when can we actually judge these people for the shit that they do?
Well, I can easily do that, Fatty. And that's the wonderful thing about the United States justice system. See, Bill Cosby was also what? Convicted. He was convicted illegally. You remember I do this for real, right? So there's legal precedent that even if it's a moral thing or you have a moral argument, that you're able to go back and appeal a case or overturn a case. Bill Cosby should have never been tried in the first place. Okay, just like there are people that get other cases overturned all the time. Okay, just like Eric Snowden. Is Eric Snowden locked up yet?
No.
What's the one that's locked? What's the other big one that's locked up?
You are talking about whistleblowers?
No. The whistleblower fucking tech guy. The one
I think it was Eric Snowden. Ain't the one he left the country? He's still.
No, both of them are free because they are out of the country.
Yeah.
None of them got caught. They are on. I think right or something like that.
Yeah, they never
one
got
or
caught.
two, but yeah, it's either Eric Snowden or the other big guy, right? And what's the name wanted him bad, right? Because legally he broke the law. But I think he got pardoned. They was talking about a fucking pardon because morally what he did was expose the illegal shit that the United States government was doing to the fucking citizens.
Sure.
So that's what we're talking about, where it's minutia and nuance here, to where it's not just a cut and dry thing to where, oh, you let a criminal go. Well, okay, yeah, if you're convicted, but you're wrongfully fucking convicted and the shit is overturned, that's legal.
But you have to make that
legal, it's moral.
Fantastic. You have to make that argument if something is illegal. We're just saying the fact that enough to say he was illegally convicted, he was convicted. So then he should serve he should get some type of penalty. That's it.
Yeah, but he did though. He did. But if the president gives you a pardon, the president does the research to determine, right? And I'm saying it's one of two ways. I'm not saying you guys could be right. You could be right. Well, fucking Trump said, hey, he's cool with me. Let him go. But I could be right too, and you can't disprove it as to where he had his people look over the case and be like, hey, man, this guy was wrongfully motherfucking put into some shit.
Yeah, but but fantastic. That goes against again, he's not the only one that got caught under the Kingpin Act. I don't remember the name of the dude, but he's something will reach. He made the website of the dark web that literally facilitated hundreds of tons of drugs being sent by U.S. Postal, which is like a even worse crime because you're using like U.S. Services to actually traffic in drugs and all that shit. He was like the drop shipper. He was the one facilitator between both. This man got a pardon by Trump. Literally, this is what we're talking about. And respectfully, so we can move on to the main event. This man wants to go to war with Venezuela when Mexico is way more of a drug threat than Venezuela. Like you're literally bypassing the country that has the most cartels, the country that produces more drugs, and that is literally sitting on the border just to go fight a country in Venezuela with I don't know how many motherfucking million inhabitants, not because of drugs, it's because of oil. But this is
No,
the
you're right.
president of
And
peace.
Fatty, you're 10,000%, right? But hold on. So, Fatty, what do we know? He's a politician. People are dumb. So, what you have to do is build a narrative as to where I'm doing one thing while I do something totally different. Saying we did the same shit, Fatty, and I'm not denying this. This is America are the best fucking extortionists. America are the best motherfucking bullies. America are the best motherfuckers. I'm gonna take the Debos in the world, brother. That's
Sure,
what keeps
I
us-
agree with you. But
that's
he
what
ran
keeps
on
America
peace. No, hey,
strong.
fantastic. I agree with you. The thing is, these men run off. I'm the president of peace. I want to win the Nobel Award Prize. And as soon as he lost that shit, now he wants to go to war with Venezuela and he's trying to escalate situations. Why are you happy with this man? Hey, you were, hey, fantastic. Just 1 second. Fantastic. You were Navy. You know how damn incredible just to bomb boats, just like, oh, see that boat? Bah! Right? You know that shit is crazy.
And
Why
the
are you
answer
happy?
is-
Why are
the
you
answer
happy with
is
this?
what Ali talked about. I'm happy about it because if Venezuela could do it to us, they would. Okay. And being that fucking, Americans need a better economy, Americans need fucking revenue. You take their shit. And Fatty, I don't know what you're looking surprised for. I already told you. You take people's shit when you can take it, and you make it yours, and you make money off it. Big Pharma did the same shit in Afghanistan, Fatty.
I
The
know.
Afghanistan shit was all poppy seeds and heroin and
Yes.
what's
And
oxycontin.
Vietnam and Iraq, we know.
Yeah. So again, Fatty, the game is the game. You can't be moral sometimes when you know the game is the game. If anybody had the power to do what America could do, Fatty, they do it.
They'll
But they
do it.
don't.
Yeah.
But that's not the moral
Might is
argument
right.
because once again, these men pulled up and says drug dealers should be should have the death sentence. Is releasing kingpins. I'm the America first, but I'm going to finance Israel. I'm going to win the war in 1 day in Ukraine. Look at what happened there. Under me, I'm going to like everything he's saying, especially things that like a war with Venezuela is not America first because he's not lucky that he's going to get the money. Is these big companies that are going to go there and drill the oil and make an empire just like the Bushes did with Iraq with the weapons of mass destruction shit. Why are Americans so comfortable? And this is why, like, remember when Angry Man said, why are you talking about? You are not even American. It's a shame that a Portuguese fat fuck cares more about American people than he does. That's why it's a shame. That's why you use that shit. Because I care more about y'all than y'all do. That's why I do my job. And you know why? You know why I respect.
You got to care about itself. He clearly has to care about
It's hypocrisy though that we want Black Americans to be punished for crimes that they commit. You do the crime, you get the time. But then I'm just still sticking with the president of the United States. Like, how do you get you're a convicted felon with no punishment, and y'all go, well, hey, sometimes it be like that. Instead of
I never did that.
Only, can I just get y'all to concede to the fact that this dude should be fined or be put in prison?
No,
no.
Because
and that's why I want to know. Okay, so tell me why I'm about to ask. No, hold on. Why is it that anybody else, if they get convicted of a crime, needs to be put in jail, but this person shouldn't be put in jail for being convicted of a convicted felon?
Let's stay on Donald Trump with that one, right? And let's look. His 34 counts were misdemeanor counts. They upgraded them to felonies just so he can be a convicted felon.
No, again, wait. No. Listen. Just like Black people who've been wrongfully charged, which I want to say he got the crime of white men. He got that. He was convicted felon. Why does he
just hear what CEO said?
I'm not like
the problem. Hold on, y'all. Every time me and Fatty saying something right now, the goalpost is shifted somewhere else.
It's not shifting.
We're not shifting it. We're keeping it on Trump and his 34 counts. They were misdemeanors that was upgraded to felonies. So one originally he's got 34 counts of a misdemeanor. In reality, they upgraded to felonies so people can have that point to say that he got 34 felonies. There's no way in the world there's no person in America who can get convicted on true 34 felonies and walk free. That just don't happen, right?
Yeah, and furthermore,
No,
he's in the appeal process. Hold on. He's in the appeal process of it to challenge exactly what the fuck he's talking about because it's unprecedented and it's fucking illegal.
He need to be in jail. He need to be in jail while he appealing though. He need to be.
No, no, the hell he don't.
Yes, he do.
Nah.
What are y'all
That
talking
means you support the political warfare with the justice
y'all,
system.
it's inconsistent because if it happened to Biden, if it happened to Hillary Clinton, if it happened to Obama, y'all would say, "Hey man, this man need to go to jail."
Nah, they just said Biden got caught up in something. They said he was unfit for trial.
No, but one second. But that's my point, right? I agree with y'all. He should go to jail. But this is just them. Now, 1 second. Trump promised you IBC, just like Obama. I'm going to close Guantanamo. I am going to make universal health care and all that shit. When the motherfucker didn't came true, everybody said you are a motherfucking liar. You might be a little bit better than the other presidents on the lying shit, but you ran on certain things. And then when we find out you're just not for change, you are just another cog in the status quo system, and you just keep peddling the shit that they were peddling before. If, for example, Trump says we are going to put American first, and we are going to be the government of peace, and then he goes and starts the war with Venezuela, sends American kids to wars so we can benefit a few 85-year-olds, hedge fund, and motherfucking like kingpins when it comes to oil and the Boeing and all these things. How is he for Americans? How is he putting Americans first?
If Venezuela wasn't sending those boats, they wouldn't have got bombed. And I don't think
What, man? Oh my God, man! This
What?
Is what I'm saying,
Repeat
y'all.
that again, CEO. Repeat it again.
I said if Venezuela wasn't sending those boats, they wouldn't have got bombed, and we probably wouldn't be there. But since they want to send the boats, and we're bombing them, and we're getting all this, now we're gonna take all your shit.
So okay, so 1 second, please, 1 second. Hey, CEO, do you know you know that those boats that were bombed, there were several boats that was proven that was innocent people. There's nothing to do with drugs. You know that.
I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear about that.
Proven. That's fucking. Hold on. And they're actually being sued for the shit, fatty. I gotta be careful about y'all just repeating narratives, bro.
So prove it.
Man, hold on, man. It's not like y'all got.
Just 1 second, CJ, you got it. So let me ask you something. If these people literally have drugs in their boat, wouldn't be more efficient since you can see them, catch them, get on the boat, take the drugs, put the drugs up like this. Like I'm going to show you how you do it. I caught these guys with drugs. Look at these. They were guilty. Isn't that easier to do than saying, oh, we just bombed them because they were narco traffickers? Where's the proof? Oh, he's on the bottom of the ocean. Isn't that better evidence to actually show to the people that you caught them and this is why we attacked them? Why you bombing them knowing nothing about why you letting these drugs? Why are you letting the proof sink to the bottom of the ocean? That's the best question. Why are you letting why are you doing when you can catch them?
I got you. I got you. Subject matter expert on this real quick because you know the Navy was taking care of it at one point in time. I don't know if the Navy's doing it now. It may be the Coast Guard or so on and so forth.
It's the Coast Guard now.
So yeah, no, it's the Coast Guard up until a point. So the Coast Guard only has certain points to where it can go in the water. That's why it used to be a Navy thing with so and so. But I'm not arguing with you, CEO. You may be right. Either way it goes, right? So the Navy or the military has always done this. Drug ops is what we call it, right? For us, it was a big ass fucking back in the day would have been a frigate, right? And then you have your special ops teams, your Navy SEALs or whoever, so on and so forth, whatever spec ops it was, so on and so forth, have the small boats chase them down or whatever. And it's literally pictures, fatty, of motherfuckers with however many metric tons of cocaine that's been confiscated. So this is not a new thing, right? So what I'm saying to you, this is just more fucking media psyop and bullshit. Act like this is anything new. We did it with Colombia. We've done it with Venezuela. We've done it with any fucking major country that use fucking fast boats and the homemade fucking submarines, drug submarines. Sure, this is not a new thing, but people only care now. Why? Trump.
Can I ask you a question? No, can I ask you a question? You're going to interrupt the CJ. Actually, answer to this, Missy J, and then you're going
I
to.
don't want to answer.
If you can find a little boat in the middle of the ocean during the night, is it fair that you have intel where these cartels, for example, in Mexico, produce all these drugs? Like, do you think the American government, with the gigantic army that they have and intelligence, they can find a little boat in the ocean? Do you think they have intel of where these cartels actually produce their drugs, store their weapons, and all that? Let's make educated guess.
I think so, but if it's in behind enemy lines, I don't think they can just engage like that.
No, but these,
on the water,
wait.
it's free game.
The water, the water. Hey, friends, now you're tripping. The
No, we're
water
not.
is a part of the water is a part of the territory. If somebody bombs anyone on American maritime, is a threat of war. Pearl Harbor. 1 second. Pearl Harbor was not in L.A. Pearl Harbor was in the middle, like it was a station.
It was Hawaii.
No.
1 second.
1 second, please. What is Hawaii? Is Hawaii island?
Yes.
Hawaii is American. It don't matter. Hawaii is American. It's American property.
Checkmate. Nah, you were going to say you were going to say something different. What is it? No. Wait, 1 second.
Are you finna challenge a nigga that was in the Navy about Pearl Harbor?
Fantastic. Hawaii maritime waters are property of who?
The United States.
So if anybody that is attacked, let's see, 10 miles off the island of Hawaii, which is still American property, is that an act of war?
What do you mean, anybody that's attacked? No.
No, 1 second, but please, hey, Fantastic, 1 second.
No, Fatty. Again, this you don't understand, Fatty. So, bro, you got to stand down on this one. Again, Fatty, you have international waters and then you have national waters. If you're in my shit and I attack you, it's not an act of war because you're in my shit. Okay. If you're within my territory, was deemed my part of the fucking ocean, I can attack you if you're being threatened. Now, Fatty, to your point, if I just randomly blow your shit the fuck up for no reason, then it can be argued that it's a act of war. But if I am not being aggressive within my boundaries of fucking waters, no, it is not. And what's happening, Fatty, what we're trying to tell you, they're only engaging them in international waters or American, what's the name? Because we know they're trying to get to America. That's why it is allowed. That's why it's motherfucking authorized. That's why it's legal.
Wait. 1 second. Do you guys know, and think about it, right? The U.S. Liberty was attacked in international waters. Like the false flag that Israel tried to get to the Americans to go fight and all that shit, it was in international waters. Every American knows that if the United States have 100 and something military bases all around the world, if you attack them, you are attacking the United States. It's an act of war. We know this for a fact. Doesn't matter if it's on the United States or not. If you are bombing an American plane or if you are bombing an American aircraft carrier, the American is going to say, this is an act of war. We need to go out there and fuck them up. Is it fair? No?
Yeah, no. That literally just happened, Fatty. In what's the name? The ship was just attacked a couple months back. So no, and again, it's a determination of the president, Congress, and everybody else that how they're going to handle it. So again, if I get attacked, the funniest thing in the world is Fatty is again for anybody to attack the Navy. You attack them, they blow shit down. Okay. You ever seen a 50 cal hit some shit, Fatty?
No.
So you got these. So just because you escalate the situation. When I was on my first fucking deployment in the Gulf, right? When I was in my first deployment, guess what would happen, Fatty? You would have these little boats that would motherfucking run up and they would get so close or whatever. Motherfuckers get on the microphone and be like, "Hey, you need to turn around. Don't turn around. We will engage," and so on and so forth. I worked on helicopters, Fatty. They got these motherfucking helicopters, right? They got them motherfucking 50 cals in that bitch. And then guess what, Fatty? They got the motherfucking Gatling gun in that bitch. So what'll happen, Fatty, is I'll fly over you and let you know, hey, bro, you too close. We will blow your ass down if you get within this shit and you have a fucking aggressive posture, brother.
I understand.
A lot of nuance and shit to this shit, bro.
I understand it, but what I'm saying is that this is the third time that we flip-flop between we have to have evidence to do something to these people, and then we go to you know what? Maybe you should bomb them without no trial, no evidence, no nothing. And then we go back to maybe we have to produce evidence.
I got a question for you,
Like we are
Fatty.
going between. We are going between. Produce
Okay.
evidence, no evidence needed. Produce evidence, no evidence needed. And I'm confused. Should we do due process and get evidence to nuke these people, or should we don't? I don't get it.
Let me ask my question.
One
after
second, CEO.
CJ.
Wait, we'll see. Just 1 second. CJ, CEO, and then we go to the main event and to the topic that we're about to talk, because everybody being frozen on the panel. So it is what it is. And by the way, friends, let me just say one thing. Especially to these big content creators, I will smack you upside your motherfucking head if you smack me first. I'm not just sitting back anymore. Okay? Like what happened today once again is disrespect is being met with disrespect. If you think you are a diva and you are going to trample over me or anybody just because you have more subscribers and you are doing the subscriber supremacy shit, I don't care. Just don't lie on me. I only smacked you because you smacked me first. You try to do a purity test about me, I'll do a purity test about you. That's all I'm about to say. CJ, CEO, and then we go to the main event. Coons versus Pro Blacks. Go ahead.
So it sounds like Trump derangement. I'm gonna speak to Ilkan example. He said if a man was wrongly convicted, y'all would still want him to get served the jail time. Y'all would say he did the crime, so we do the time. That makes 0 sense. If a man is wrongly convicted, we always say, hey, he was wrongly convicted. Y'all need to set that man free. None of us will say he still got to do the time. That makes 0 sense. I don't know why y'all would say something so ridiculous. And Ilkan's my boy. And Fatty, you said something to me, man. I think you got subscriber supremacy too, my brother. Because I said something and you said you gonna repeat what Fantastic said, and I was completely right.
Okay. So can I ask you a question, CJ, since you are bringing my name up? Was I wrong about not bringing evidence on the Tommy thing that you reacted and saying that I didn't bring no definition? That's why Tommy was upset. Were I wrong or was I right?
I gotta go rewatch it.
No, you did a full review, a 3-hour review, calling me all type of names because Tommy was right. He was asking for the definition, and I didn't give him the definition. Am I wrong or am I right? Did I give him the definition?
I was calling you the names because you've been disrespecting me lately, and I don't appreciate it. But to the show, I still think you might have made maybe 1 or 2 good points, but I think Tommy was overall correct.
Did I give the definition to Tommy like you said I didn't do?
You did give the definition.
Okay, so apologize to me for being wrong.
I'm not apologizing because I think you still were wrong.
How am I wrong? He said Fatty didn't offer no definition. Just an example.
Hey, let me tell you something. CEO, didn't I come up here and have Fatty back that day when I came at you?
I don't care. Now I'm asking about the situation. Literally, the old incident.
I'll be going against the old incident just to go against them. I said Fatty was right in that video. Now y'all want to act like CJ just so
the whole incident started because he said I didn't give a motherfucking definition. You sided with him.
So therefore we'll know who fits in the box and who doesn't. Y'all sit there and argue the definition 30 minutes.
Somebody that for whatever reason will always pander to white people and always is going to say things that are going to make white people very happy, while black people are going to be extremely offended, not because he's true, but because he's trying to be a shock jock and he's trying to actually grieve towards money, validation, or promotion from the white culture against the black culture. Did I explain it enough, Tommy, or do I need another drawing?
That was 30 minutes later, like he said in the video.
No, it wasn't. It was 59 minutes into our show.
I said 159.
It was 59 minutes into our show. Did I offer him a definition?
You did.
So you are wrong, right? So you are wrong, right?
Sure, Fatty.
So apologize for being wrong.
No, don't.
No, apologize for being. If I'm wrong, I say, "Hey, CJ, I apologize. I was wrong. Apologize for being wrong."
Man, because you know that Fatty been wrong the whole time.
So you're not going to apologize for being wrong.
Chance you get, not just telling them, "Hey, Fatty, you been disrespectful lately. You was disrespectful that show."
Buckle up, everyone. It's time for some super chats.
Y'all be talking about all these black women not taking accountability, and then you come in and show your motherfucking ass. That's crazy. Oh, a woman don't show accountability when they're wrong. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be wrong and proud. Sure, sure.
I had my boy back when I came up here on your head, CEO. Now that he's so quick,
Fatty
turned
on
on
his
me, my
Majin
brother.
Buu tonight, bro.
Hey,
He
CEO,
not.
you
He,
see how quick they turned on me for telling the truth? You can't tell the truth, man.
he just want an apology, bro.
I want an apology.
All right, let me ask my question before we go to super chats real quick.
Go ahead, sir.
Fatty, if you were receiving commands in international waters from a military vessel, would you listen to those orders?
Sure, but they haven't given those commands.
They haven't given any commands.
No, there's no boat
There's
communication.
no boat, so it's just a drone.
Yeah. No. It matter of fact, during Congress, like the Republicans were having the conversation, and they asked, "Did you guys know that any proof that these people like were a threat to the United States?" Because I think like 2 dudes or 3 dudes were stuck in a raft, like the Titanic, right? Everything is sinking, and they bombed them again. They bombed them again, and they were laughing about it. Like it's not just about, once again, the protection of American. Like 2 people in a little boat, like that is almost sinking, are not a threat to the American people. We saw this in Iraq, and what happened when it was not Snowden? What is the other guy? Snowden's on Assange. He's either one because
There you go, Assange. There you go, Assange. That's the dude I was talking about. There we go.
Yeah, Assange. When Assange came up and said, "Hey, man, look at what we're doing over here," instead of him getting a Medal of Honor, he got prosecuted. So this is what I'm talking about. I am not against the American government defending their borders. I am for due process, because if we deleted an American citizen without due process anywhere in the world, that shit will be a shit show, and y'all know that. That's all.
All right.
So I just want to be fair about it. Okay.
No,
I'm
you
going
got
to
it.
read the I'm going to read the super chats, and then I'll go from there. Friends, the hamburger fund is empty. We are trying to get CJ a new brain, so please donate so we can make his Christmas better.
Hey, fantastic.
I apologize. See, I'm being a bigger man. Petty apologize to CJ by do a GoFundMe to get him a brain. It wasn't called. I apologize. I should know better. You see, I have accountability. You don't.
My boy, fantastic back, man.
Thank you very much.
Shout
Shout out to Doris, the Untouchable matriarch. She is back. I appreciate you, Doris. Thank you very much for the offline PayPal and all the memberships. I appreciate you. Damn. Thank you very much. And Doris comes back with 32 months, almost 3 years. Shout out to the lovely Doris. I appreciate it.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
We have my boy Player One in the building with one Untouchable
The
membership.
Untouchable Empire, baby.
Thank you very much. We have Alfonso on the Angry Man. Is the Angry Man side or your side? Fantastic. Is Angry Man. Alfonso.
You said what?
There's your people?
No. That's not my people. I don't know
Okay,
who that
there's
is.
Angry Man. Shout out to the people that support Mr. Angry Bird. Yes, and I meant that as respect. I think we're have to go back to the old Fight Club days. Yes, if you act like an Angry Bird, that's what we're going to call you from now on. Ethan Queen, $2, not one pro black. Damn. Pull up. And then we have another Alfonso with for $50. Says, this dude laying on his back, really over talking another man on live stream. AM Cook. Damn, you can let 6 stream from his share. Grady WH super sticker. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. We have another fake $100 super sticker. Thank you very much, sir. Alf and Nickel. Thank you very much. We have the Ethan Queen in the building. She says campaign fund financing. Another one. We have the lonely one. I know what is alarming. Dems at the Senate and the House for 4 years. Why didn't they release the file? They should, but they didn't run on that. That's the point. If you promise something, you have to give it. One is corrupt, the other one is corrupt and lying. Ethan Queen, $5. We're not claiming Clinton wasn't there. Y'all the ones denying Trump involvement at all. Let me give another one. We have showing support, salutations, angry man. Yeah. Another one. A-Dub, support the show, support the stream. Yeah, Matron in the building with the big $20 ball. He says, why did Congress have to vote on it when it could have released them like it did with the MLK file? Very interesting. Very interesting. We have another one. Sean in the building. He says, Ali seen you cooking with true heart. Ali became in a Power Ranger lately. Shout out to my brother Ali. Congratulations on 7K subscribers. The Lonely One, $5 says, I fill up my car today with 40. He has a bicycle, friends. Don't believe him. Appreciate you. Thank you very much for the support. We have Sean Fuller saying inflation down, gas down, and eggs. That's a fact. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We have Cat Daddy in the building, $2. Thank you very much for the support. We have Ethan Quinn saying zombie talk gotta go. Thank you very much. We have my boy Frieza with one Untouchable membership.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. We have the lowly one saying, I bet all of those clips are out of context. Don't answer that question, AM. Oh, look at him try to protect you again. Oh, don't answer that. He's a trap. Sean says, he was talking about dams, gaslighting about affordability. That video is way out of context, bro. Fatty, stop that shit. Damn. I forgot I was talking with the cult. Keeping Caveman, $2. Democrats is sabotaging this administration. While they have the House, the Senate, the most Supreme Courts, the president. Okay. Ethan Quinn, we pay the tariffs. Don't let Fantastic gaslight you.
Brother.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Keeping Caveman back again saying people control inflation, not the government. Thank you very much, Caping Caveman. Juan Solo says it's funny when it comes to Trump. It's about his words, never the actions. A jump cut video isn't what I consider as art evidence. It is that. Thank you very much, Juan Solo. I appreciate it. We have Ethan Quinn back again saying inflation is the same as the day Biden left office, 3%. Thank you. We have East Side guy saying fatty is right. Look at how much an Xbox costs. Yeah, shout out. Oh, I almost ended the stream. Shout out to my gamers. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. We have dedicated to my children in the building. Long time no see.
Untouchable Empire, baby.
With the Untouchable Empire membership. And then it comes through with another Untouchable Empire membership.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
And then we have HQ in the building. She says 2002, highest 9.7. Then Biden got it down to 3%. 2002. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. We have Eden Queen. She's back again, and she says egg prices were high because of country-wide bird flu, not inflation. Trump didn't do jack. Thank you very much. We have another one. We're already almost there, friends. East Side guy says the prices hasn't went up across the board because some companies is eating the cost, but it's getting so bad they can't handle it anymore. Why Costco is suing Trump directly for losses due to tariffs. Thank you very much, sir. We have Mr. The Lowly One saying executive order and Joe Biden termination of the Keystone Pipeline. Thank you very much. One Solo, he says, were the tariffs in place before Trump? He negotiated the tariffs in 2018 and then complained about the tariffs he negotiated. Tavarius Walker, $5. I listen to Angry Man and my money is up when I invested. I don't know about what type of investments he has.
Don't do that.
You better leave Angry Man alone, man.
Maybe he's investing in Roblox or something like that.
Drop
it out. 5 Untouchable. Let's go.
I believe that there's multiple so-called black leaders who believe that they are untouchable.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
That's crazy. Carl Anderson says, I made money during both the Biden and Trump years, but jobs for people in their 20s are pretty bad right now. Thank you so much, Carl. I hope you're doing good, my brother. We have then Matreon with 1 Untouchable membership. Thank you very much,
The
Matreon. I
Untouchable
appreciate you.
Empire, baby.
We have another 5 memberships from Doris. She's for now the sponsor of the show with 5 Untouchable memberships. Thank you very much, Doris. We love you. We
I
appreciate
believe
it.
that there's multiple so-called black leaders who believe that they are untouchable.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
Thank you very much. We have 15 to go. My boy Carl Anderson with the 5 Untouchable memberships. Thank you so much, Carl. I appreciate you. And then Doris came with another 5. She's going crazy on us. She had a vacation. She's wilding out. Matthew with Biden stock on sale with Trump profits come. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Matthew. American Rifleman says raccoon over the Marxist flex. We have 10 to go. We have Mr. Matthew. He says, Fatty, get married. The answer is no. And he pulled up and he gifted 5 Untouchable memberships. Thank you so much, man.
I believe that there's multiple so-called black leaders who believe that they are untouchable.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Once again, we are going to keep going down. We have more 5 to go. We have Juan Solo. He says, anyone ever took a life like a bug? You are. Ooh, I appreciate you, Juan. And we have Ted Channel, Nick Taylor. Know this, but tell Ferry that the US is the #1 oil producer and Venezuela isn't even on the top 10. You have to go to 18 to get them. Stop, dude. So let me educate you real quick from this side of the ocean, of course. There's quality of oil. There's shitty oil and there's very good oil. The oil that the United States produce is the oil that is very low on one particular thing that doesn't let them have actually quality of oil to put fuel on the cars and all that. Venezuela not only has high quality oil, they have the biggest reserves of oil in the world. So they don't have to just go ahead and drill that shit like it did in Iraq. They can go there and take it. Okay? So now that I educate you on quality of oil and what is reserves, you need to go ahead and buy a book. Okay? Let somebody come in your brain. And that's a compliment, of course. Okay? It's never a diss. Appreciate you, sir. No disrespect to. I'm just being funny. Thank you very much. Next one. I'm sorry for my guess. We're almost there. Tyrannical says, not really a war, though. We're basically a level 700 adventurer attacking a level 1 goblin nest. That's actually funny. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate it. That was a good one. The patriarchy. Trump is retaliating against Venezuela because Maduro is using drugs as weapons of war against the United States and exporting criminal gangs to the United States. And so is Mexico. Why don't you attack Mexico? Noble tyrant, fatty about content, not Americans. If you say so. I think there's projection. The Rambo Reviewer channel eats international waters and territorial waters. Thank you very much. We have America First Risman says, Fatty, the libtard is here. At least I didn't got rejected by Keisha. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir. We have another one, Beloved. She says, CJ's crazy legs, wheelchair from Don't Be a Menace. Thank you, thank you. We have Tony Golden in the building saying, bro, CJ, you got to humble yourself and just admit you were wrong. Fatty was able to do so, to do you. You aren't special, my brother. You know better than the woman at the moment. I think he's at the moment. And finally, Rainbow Kid, Fatty is more pro-black than most black Americans. YouTube censoring this comment in a chat is crazy. Shout out Rainbow Kid. And finally, my brother, Jason Jamieson with 5 Untouchable memberships, and we are done.
Buckle up, everyone. It's time for some super chats.
This is not how I thought this show was about to go. I'm going
Can I
to
say
be
something, man?
I'm going to be very honest.
Brother.
I started the civil war again.
You know how you know you on the wrong side of the argument? HQ agrees
When you
with you.
don't apologize.
HQ agrees with you, my brother.
When you
That's
don't
how you know
apologize,
you're on the
even when
wrong
you are
side of
catching
the
a lie.
argument. And my
No,
legs work, man. I ain't crazy legs. What y'all?
No, this is what. Okay.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Mr. Dark Relief for the $20 on the Cash App. He said firework show. Thank you very much for LPB to GoFundMe to get CJ a brain. I appreciate you, my brother. And we have, of course, OG Top Cat with $5 saying we're poor. Nice show, Fatty sends $5. I appreciate
You know what really helped me get the brain? If I can get some subscribers, my brother.
Yes, help me make CJ Christmas a better Christmas. Help us get him a brain.
You need some subscribers, man. Turn on the
Better
AC
Christmas.
now. Go subscribe so we can get some monetized, my brothers.
Yes, and by the way, make sure that you give him more than 30 subscribers because he only got 30 from tap dancing for Pearly. Now that we are here,
oh my God, it's CEO.
Now that we are here, let's go to the main event. Thank you. We have first question, and CJ, you can get it since Lucky is not on camera. Are pro-blacks protecting the culture or policing it?
Pro-blacks are policing the culture. The people y'all so-called coons are the ones that's trying to help the culture. Y'all don't like black people being corrected. It seems like the women have, and I'm gonna bring back to the women. The women have like got us to think like them. So anybody that correct bad behavior in the black community, we call it coon behavior. We just give a name to it, and we don't really try to correct the behavior. So that's what's happening.
Did you answer the question?
I did. I said it's policing. I mean, it's the other. What was the two options?
Are they protecting the culture or policing it?
Policing it, yeah.
Okay, Mr. Fantastic. Are pro-blacks protecting the culture or policing it?
Neither. They're destroying it. They're destroying their culture.
Oh, that's my answer too.
How do you get to that conclusion?
Because all of the values, principles, and things that they promote, abortion, criminality, or I won't say promote, I'll say make excuses for. Promote some of the things, but mostly make excuses for, and then focus on other things and other people that are way down the list. There are far more intra-racial issues, INTRA, racial issues that we can work on and fix before we start looking out at anything externally. And pro-blacks don't want to do that. Pro-blacks mainly want to focus on the past, slavery, Jim Crow, all of these things that are not as impactful today. I won't say non-existent, but it's not hindering anyone in 2025 to make excuses for the lack of the things that we can fix and move forward.
JB?
I think Mr. Fantastic said, I mean, he summed it up beautifully. I think pro-blackers make excuses for the climate that we in, and we kind of, with that victim mindset, I would say that's kind of promoted. We always want to have our hand out or whatnot, because it's always one of them things where it's like, what do we get back out of the situation? I get it. We understand the history, what happened. But at the same time, if we were so-called conquered at the same time, why are you still begging for your conquerors to still give you something? Why not play the game a little bit more appropriately? Because that's the only way you're going to beat your so-called conquerors is playing the game better than they possibly can play it, or at least at the same level. That's what other cultures do. Immigrants.
What was your question? Like, if
societies.
you were conquered, what? If you're conquered, what? Why are you what?
Which part?
You said if you were conquered, why are you? You said begging.
Yeah, begging. Yeah, begging for your oppressors to like give you things.
Can I
Whether it
answer
be
that?
reparations. Go ahead.
Can I answer that? Because that's
Go
what
ahead.
works. You know what women did? They begged.
Okay.
And they got
Guess
and they
what?
got feminists. They got credit cards. They got like
How
what
is
did the
it begging if
LGBT
you're
did?
so-
Let me say something.
Let me
I
just
want
finish and then I got you, Jay.
Was it-
The LGBT they begged. They got
For
all the
sure.
rights. Look at the
Yep.
Jays. The Jays always bring in the thing that happened to them 100 years ago, and now they're on the top of the world. They won the banks, media, and every time Kanye West or Kyrie talk shit about them, they back to the other white people and they cancel them and they get their way. Begging works, so that's why you should beg more. Yes,
for sure. Yeah. Okay. Simultaneously, while you're begging, also be putting in the correct steps to be laying a foundation for your own future in life. Because what happens is a lot of us, we only spit the narratives out, but we not doing the work. And I don't care what class or what level you in, low, middle, high class, a lot of us ain't putting in the work.
Are black people in better shape than they were 20 years, 30 years, 40 years ago?
What time period exactly?
Let's go with 40 years. Are there less criminals, more people graduating college, better income, more people on the middle class, more black millionaires, more black billionaires, more black business, more like are they on the better stand than they were 40 years ago?
Yeah, and definitely based on knowledge and opportunity for sure.
So how are they not putting in the work if they are better than they were before?
Well, just because society has opened up, just because society has opened up for it to be more beneficial and better for blacks, don't mean everybody's actually participating at the same level that they should be at.
No.
And
just
why
because
we
society
pro blacks though? But hold on, why are we crediting the pro blacks for this?
No. This is not about. He said that the pro blacks have a victim mentality, like they make excuses, right? And what I'm saying is that, and I've been saying this since I got here, y'all got the game all fucked up. The people that beg the most are the people that get better results. Closed mouths don't get fed. The LGBT movement cries and gets what they want. Feminist movement cries and gets what they want. The Jays cry and get what they want. Everybody cries and gets what they want. So why should black people be the only one that says, you know what? I'm strong and independent. I don't need no government.
It's not about that. It's still about playing the game correctly.
No, Fatty's absolutely. So this is what we look out. A lot of us look at out the eyes of white men. So when you're looking at
that's not true. And your mic went out.
I guess can I get clarity as to what is the pro-blackers? What is that?
Mr. Fantastic, since you are the main eventer of the show.
Is my mic good?
No, it's still
now,
low.
Ali. Well, he definitely plugged back in, but yeah, it's a little low.
But it's low. It's a little bit low.
Pro blacks are usually going to be your people that promote feminist, pro feminist, pro Democrat, pro liberal, pro government assistance. We just saw with the whole food stamps debacle. Just pro reparations, pro all of these things to where white supremacy, white people, racism. But now you want to depend on the same people that you say are oppressing you. So those are pretty much pro blacks.
There's a pro black.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot of things. Fantastic.
Right.
Hey, and you know, lucky before you go. Last week we got into a massive scuffle exactly because of the Define game.
Moving the goalposts, man. Words mean things. If you said it, own it.
That is not your twist. Bro, Define talking.
That's why the policy works.
Define chair. What I'm saying is the cost of inaction outweighs the risk of reform. The data is clear and the precedent supports it.
Okay, well, define water.
You're not about to get us with all these memes, Fatty.
No, I'm me. Hold on, Fatty. Remember who we did. I'm not nobody.
I know. I just want Lucky to actually answer because she made a great question. Let's define something so we don't have to say probably we had last week, right?
What was unclear about what I said?
No, because you put a lot of things that are.
Because you added feminism, you added a whole lot of things. Because I'm pro-black, and I'm none of those things, and I was just a little bit offended by the term, especially coming from black people, where we should be pro-black. We're always talking about black relationships, making money off black issues. Why don't you want productive black people?
But the thing
is actually caring about your people, elevating. And why are we looking at repairing a people that were constantly have shown the history that y'all don't want to hear, constantly have shown that they've tried to build from being at a disadvantage that keeps getting destroyed. So we ignore that and say, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. When civil rights when the Asian community and other communities have benefited from it. And I understand there are lazy blacks, there's lazy in different communities, but that's not pro-black. Pro-black is still caring about you getting what is, regardless of what you do with it, because I'm sure everybody wouldn't turn down reparations. It doesn't mean that you're trying to justify the ghetto blacks, the bonnets, the other. That doesn't mean that. So why can't you be both? Why can't you also point out the disparities in your community that you want to be better, while that also mean that I'm pro-black because I care about black families. I care about how we treat each other. That's pro-black.
That's actually a good question. One second, CJ. CJ, 1 second.
You can, but you could just be a good person.
This is very important. CJ, JB, Mr. Fantastic, and CEO. If American government gave $1 million to y'all as reparations, will you accept it? Or you say no because I'm not pro-black and I pull myself by the bootstraps and I'm not the victim. I'm not the victim.
Every group is pro their own group. But
Can I say this? Hold on, man. I was next in line.
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
Yo,
answer the question, please.
Go real quick, JB.
I ain't talked this whole time, but every time I talk, it gets shaken up. I'll be quiet.
No, don't worry, Lucky. I just want him to answer the question and then you got it again. CJ, Jay, Mr. Fantastic, and CEO, would you deny reparations and say, I don't want him because I'm not a victim and I'm not pro-black if the government tomorrow gave it to you?
All right,
I'm taking that $1 million. I just want to make sure that $1 million is still worth $1 million.
Hold on, CEO, my brother. I would take the money. Most of us would. But the thing is, the term co-op, the term pro-black has been co-opted by these niggas with the mindset that Fantastic was talking about. I believe I'm for black people. I don't consider myself pro-black because then I'll put myself in that label.
So are you a pro-blacker? Are you a pro-blacker?
I don't know what that means.
It's the way how
I said he said it. So are we gonna be on one accord and hold him accountable for saying pro-blacker? Shouldn't we all be offended? Or we're not in unity like that? That's too pro-black.
So hold on. Can I Lucky,
I feel you, leaders. I got you.
Damn, nobody's going to answer the reparation thing. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I'll take it.
I'm trying to answer.
Oh, so you take it too? What about you, Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah,
I'm trying to
I belong to the lineage.
What about you, Fantastic? Would you take it? Reparations?
Yeah, of course.
Damn, why y'all don't pull yourself by the bootstraps and stop being victim? That's victim mentality. Fucking with y'all. Go ahead.
We're just saying that the money was presented, we would take it. Those are two different things, my brother.
Yo, CJ, we gotta be a little serious right here. No jokes, no bullshit.
I'm not serious.
But listen, what I'm saying. So listen. So Fatty, there's nuance to this. So let me address what Lucky said first. Lucky, just like this is like this is a side versus side thing. So what we're saying is colloquial understanding of it, just like coons, right? The conservatives are automatically coons. If you don't agree with certain things, you're automatically coons. That's why I'm saying pro-blackers or pro-blacks. So for the sake of the show, we're framing it. Okay. I agree with what you're saying. Of course, I am pro me. I'm way pro-black than most pro-blacks because I'm willing to take accountability, fairly assess things, and talk about what we need to do. And then if there's some outside entity, interfering and so on and so forth, I can acknowledge those too. I just did this past week when debunking this whole 13-50% shit. I did that. Most niggas ain't do that shit, right? So the problem comes to where we start talking about reparations and things. It's not just a simple, hey, here's the money or cut the check. I don't agree with cutting the check, even though, like Fatty said, the scenario he gave, so I had to give a yes or no answer. I don't agree with just handing people that are not financially literate, right? People that don't know how to handle even a little bit of money, just a whole bunch of money, because what we know they're going to do, they're going to waste it. They're going to give it right back to the people that they claim were oppressing them and, do nothing with it and make nothing positive. A lot of pro-blacks say, I'm owed the money, so if I want to blow it up and do whatever I want to do with it, it's my business.
But every group has people in their group that blows money and scams.
No.
Look at the natives, what they did with the reparations.
But this is the thing too, right? And I understand Fantastic. I understand the whole, I'm tired of hearing the story, what we going to do about it? But to understand the behaviors of people, you have to acknowledge how they got there. And because of that, they're going to have extreme or behaviors that are incomparable to other groups that did not have that same type of conversation here in America, to say that they're behaving where they are blowing money. They rather look rich than actually sacrifice and do the things. They're owed maybe education on how to budget, how to do those things. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that even at a time where they did have trade, some people's psychology, they just weren't smart enough. They're also not being able to read. You know what I'm saying? So I understand all of that. But why are we? It's like not we like up here, but why are we so against them getting something just because they may not do nothing with it? Why is that my responsibility? Especially if I'm black, you know, if you got something, you would do something with it. So
Yeah,
why is, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of
yeah, but
leans where it just sounds like a black person is policing why they also shouldn't benefit from something because someone else in their group may blow it. Like what the fuck? Like what?
well, no,
That's
again, like I
actually a
said,
great point.
all of the
The
people,
reverse
all of
policing.
all of the people, no, all of the people said we agree with it. Like I said, if you do the reparation thing, and my bloodline is tied to someone that was, you know, from the thing they make it, someone that suffered from slavery or so on and so forth. I'm not anti reparations. What I'm simply saying is, though, if you're going to give people to some shit to where we know the majority of people, or at least a substantial amount of people, are not going to help forward the people, it's kind of counterproductive. If I knew
Yeah, it
fucking
would benefit them though.
But there's the point.
benefit
There's the
who?
lucky point, right? Not only y'all are policing this, I think it is like you are accusing the other side of, oh, if you don't do this, you are a coon and all that. Calling you a victim mentality, saying that you are on a victim Olympics, saying that you don't deserve it because you are not going to spend it well, all of that, like Lucky said, is policing, right?
Again, I never
Like,
said, but Fatty,
no, no, no,
you're
it's
saying
you.
things I
Yeah,
didn't say.
no, you didn't say that. You didn't say that. I'm not replying to you. You said you use another term other than policing, right? But what I'm saying is this: black people should have the chance to fail, just like they did it to the Jays and to the Native Americans. Give him the
Well,
money, give him the casinos, give him the 40 acres and the mule. And if now they fail, everybody can come in and says you need to shut the fuck up because we gave you what you promised you, and y'all still complaining. I believe that you saying once again, like is very hypocritical. People that will never push reparations, saying, "But if I got him, I would take that shit."
Well, but we're not
Right?
yeah,
against
but
it though.
Right.
yeah, again, I'm
Wait,
not,
wait,
I'm
wait.
not against.
CG's against reparations?
None of us
No,
were.
no one said they were against it. What we're saying
No one
is,
is against reparations?
If
no.
we get it, we
Again,
get it.
I think he used that as an
I'm
example,
against.
so we're talking about it.
Yeah, I'm against people just being cut a whole bunch of money, Fatty. When we know we just had to talk about stock market, right? Right. So, what do you think would be better for to give a whole bunch of people $1 million? Well, better yet, Fatty, we hoop heads, right?
Hmm?
Fatty, what did Reebok have to do for Allen Iverson?
They have to put the money on the fund so he doesn't blow the shit up.
Trust. You had to give him a fucking trust.
Yes.
I am definitely for, if you put it in a trust fund or trust to where, and I'm not even saying a lifelong or lifetime thing. Let's say 5 or 10 years. Let's say 10-year trust, right?
Yes.
And in the process of that 10 years, you give free financial literacy and free education on finances, investments, property buying, all these things, so on and so forth, la la la. I am completely totally fine with that. But hey, today we gonna give reparations. Tomorrow we gonna put $1 million in niggas' hands. That's irresponsible, Fatty.
So
And we have to be,
so
just real quick. This is me. I'm about to land.
hmm?
You have to be irresponsible. And if you're truly pro-black, you should be against that, because now we're gonna be in the same, or if not worse, position. Because I
Sure.
agree with you, Fatty. What's everybody gonna say? Damn, we gave them niggas all that money. They blowed it.
Hmm?
Yep.
So now, so what? So now what? So now you got the money, but you don't got it within a 5 to 10 year period, and now niggas still complaining. So what are we doing? So I
So,
that's why. Go
so,
ahead. I'm sorry.
so when we know our history, right, it becomes a bad faith argument because there was Homestead Acts given to white immigrants when they came to this country, and America literally gave them free money, free land, and taught them how to economize and
Exactly.
what to do with the land. So what you would do when you give black people the money is to educate them on what to do with the money. Like we hold ourselves back when you have all these countries getting all these so-called handouts or government assistance, and even the foreign assistance. We'll give money to Palestine, to Israel, to all these countries. But we got
Argentina, 40
black
billion.
people literally fighting against getting money when the country stole you from one place and brought you over here, and then we'll go, well, you sold your own selves, even though it was a small percentage of so-called Africans or tribal people who sold themselves, which is a whole nother difference between chattel slavery and actual indentured servants. But how would we be opposed to even fighting for any kind of reparation, but even something, it can be something where we working on the roads, where we getting real estate, where they give us money to build the country. They help us and they assist us and educate us on what to do with the money. Why do we quickly downplay and go, hey, if you give black people money, they'll just blow it away? When what we're doing, when white men speak, they conflate all of us to the minority of black people, when black women and black men have made a lot of strides economically and educationally. Like all we do, and this is what I have a problem with. Fantastic. You my brother from another mother, no doubt. And JB, you are too. When black women, and I coined that too, even though somebody didn't tell me, said I said it, I ain't gonna call their name out. But when black women come and shout out stats and data against us and downplay us, we'll literally refute all that information. And we can use the things black women have done too. But it's a minority of people that we're talking about when we talking about the black community is garbage. Like we talking about a 1% of the population who commit violent acts, who commit homicides, who commit all these acts, or who supposedly not motivated. But did y'all even know in the workforce, black men and black women and white men have a higher employment rate than even white women? And I know y'all probably go, oh, maybe she's working at the house or whatever you want to come up with. But black men and black women are still outworking the white women employment rate wise. So we have to be factual that we have to stop talking to each other out the mouths of ignorant whites. I'm not talking about educated whites or good whites, because I'm not anti-white either. But the fact that we conflate pro-blacks to irresponsible and ignorant blacks is very misleading and is very dangerous, because y'all will say white men fight with themselves too. But liberals, conservatives, Democrats, Republicans still come together as white people to go against everybody else, just like the Arabs, just like the Asians, just like the Hispanics. We're the only people that I see on somebody else's side parading for them and grifting for them. I don't see nobody else doing that from other races, doing in other in everybody else. We're the only people who do that. You'll see a black person fighting so hard for another white man, but then you won't fight for the black man. I don't understand that from our people, man, especially when you're extremely educated. It bothers me, man.
And Ali, before JB and them go, I just want to say something, JB, real quick. And great points, Ali. They don't know how to spend the money is an excuse. You know what you can do? You have a black kid, you don't pay nothing on hospital when he's born. You exempt black people from taxes. They have free education to go to college. They don't pay for nothing. You can do so many policies that is not putting money on black people's hands, but is actually facilitate them so they can have an extra dollar, so they can start business and develop their population. And y'all are lying because, you know, once again, they did that shit with the Jays. They did the shit with the Marshall Plan with the Europeans. They did that shit with the Japanese. They did that shit with motherfucking slave owners. They did it with everybody. And as soon as black people get into the door, I don't know if y'all know how to spend money, so we're not going to give you money. Like that's
but it's just easy. It's all over quick, JB.
You about to go on another?
No, because I ain't got to talk, because I ain't really get to talk.
I'm just trying to remember what
CJ kept going. No, that's not true. Like, so let me just get one
more.
Why
you make that voice? That's crazy. That voice was wild. What is the voice?
Hey, I'm not going.
I'll give that They sound alike. They sound alike.
Stand for this.
Ali, you lying.
Okay, let's. That's why it's disingenuous, and I must keep calling out when Tommy and others were talking about reading. They passed literacy laws against us during Black Code, so black people couldn't read. Not only that, though, all you have to do is look at you, look at Fantastic, maybe look at CJ, look at CEO.
What you mean, maybe?
We all know about you, CJ.
Look at Lucky. All you have to do is educate the people, man. Educate them. Take them away from a hostile environment. Give them an enriched environment. Give them a good give them resources. Give them what they need in order to be a healthy individual and citizen. That's all you have to do, family. That's all we know that. Look at the person who's not educated versus who's educated, who reads.
You mentioned reading a lot. No,
I want to read it one more time. No, I didn't do that.
Nobody's disagreeing with reading. No, because you got that conflated.
No, yeah, man. I'm talking about.
I'm a land, JB.
It's my turn.
I'm a land, JB.
That clip is crazy that you got up.
The people, all the stuff that was done in the Reconstruction era, the transatlantic slave trade, the slave trade they were doing here, the Black Codes, the Jim Crow, the redlining, the mass war on drugs, taking the father out the household. Like, we just downplay all the things that were done. Every time black people made progress, white people implemented policies and did crimes against us to take away from it. We had 15 after the Reconstruction era. We accumulated 15 million acres of land. By 1970, they took away 90% of it with their own corrupt laws and by force. So we have to be honest about we already know what needs to take place because we seen what they did. They made a whole damn nation called Israel that never existed by people who were supposedly had a Holocaust committed against them. And I ain't saying supposedly, but if it happened, if you know how to build up a whole race of other people that are Jew, why can't you build up a whole race of people that are black? And you already know what to do.
So you telling me there's nothing that we can do to help improve the
Can you answer that first question? Can you answer that question
We've
first?
done
JB?
it multiple times.
Don't dodge. Hold on real quick, Lucky. Please don't dodge the question I asked you.
What's the question?
If you can repair and you could invest in a whole group of people called Israel, because only a man called Israel existed. That land didn't exist. They created Israel and they helped the Jews restructure a whole civilization, a whole nation, gave them armies and everything. Can they do that? If they can do that with the Jewish race, can they do that with the black race?
For sure. But what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Hold on. You still trying to point the finger at somebody else trying to invest in us?
Yes.
I'm not going to just fall off and die, Ilkin Ali.
What do you mean by what do you mean by what we gonna?
I still have to do and perform in the society that I live in. This is crazy talk still.
Hey, JB.
Hold on. No.
No, you said you asked me what are we gonna do?
Eulogy real quick.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go on a eulogy. A lot of black communities are unaware of how to function as citizens in the United States, in America today.
Okay.
A lot of us are financially illiterate,
Man.
and I'm gonna speak off my family because I'm going through things right now with adults that are way older than me that don't know what to do. Somebody younger than them has to take charge as a 34-year-old man. I gotta take charge over aunties and uncles who are unaware of like anything to do when it comes to housing and all that stuff, bro. It's sad. So, and guess what? That is also replicated street corner to street corner in black communities. So we're not gonna sit right here and glaze over just because black males and females are working, they have jobs. For sure, you got a job because you got to take care of yourself. You got to wipe your ass, you got to drink food, you got to eat. So of course you're gonna work, but we talking about a deeper level beyond just working. We talking about actually trying to be sustainable.
This is how I keep saying that we are indoctrinated, because you're saying, what are we going to do? So what we did was in the 1960s, only 26% of black adults ever completed a high school. And today, 88% of black adults have a high school diploma. In the 1960s, the college attainment that we had was 5 to 6 black people who had a bachelor's degree. Now today it's 28 to 30%. In the 60s, we had between $35,000 to $4,000 salaries that we were making. Now we're making $45,000 to $50,000. In the 60s, we had jobs that was in manufacturing, low wage sectors. Now you got black people who are entrepreneurs. You got women who who in professional, managerial, technical roles. Black women in education, healthcare, public administration. Black men in business, law, STEM fields. Like, we made so much progress, but because we haven't got to where we need to be yet, what are we going to do? We got better. We always get better. We just need help. We need resources. We need support. We need the same thing the rest of the country is getting, and we'll be successful. JB, how do you keep saying what are we going to do when black progress has always been happening? When has black progress not been happening?
Okay, I'm in Georgia, and I know you're saying like we need help or whatnot, but a large majority of whites are still poor just as well as blacks are. Like, what are we talking about? So yeah, I am, because that's usually where the conflict is.
Yeah, somebody got feedback, bro. It's either Fatty or CJ.
You know what, JB? What you just hit me with is that when black men say that black people get unlawfully shot, white people go, white people getting shot too. But you know what the difference is? You want me to address what happens to white people and to rectify it, but you deflect from when we talk about black people.
I'm not deflecting.
Why are we talking about white people? I know there's things that happen to white people as well too. But you know what's funny that you say that? Hold on. If they mistreat their own people, if they already demonstrate classism with their own people, and they don't give them the things they need as well too, and they messing up the water, they're giving us processed foods, they're messing up the air, we can't afford to live, then does that mean they messing us up too?
You acting like we not all in the same country. What are you trying to say? Should we leave the country? Of course it's gonna have issues. We can't fix every single problem, Ali. What are you trying to? I understand.
JB, what bothers me about what you do sometimes, and what
I'm listening.
Fantastic will do, y'all don't address the fact that it happens to us. You just keep going. How about the white man? How about Trump? How about somebody else? We can't never say, let's sit on what happened. Let's address black problems the way they address their problems. Who you see? How many white men and women do you see stop to advocate about black people? I mean, in masses, not like individuals, in masses, where you see Arabs go, we got to fight for black people. Jews
all
go,
of the BLM supporters, the majority of BLM supporters were white. You ask the question, don't run from it.
I said masses. Fantastic.
I'm say it again. BLM music. Hold on, real quick. Ali, you asked the question, so I gotta answer it.
Fantastic. Hold on. Answer my question, right? Where do you see a mass of other races of people sitting there fighting for us? Is what I'm asking you. Just say, let's stop everything we doing and let's make sure we taking care of black people.
Outside of movements, you don't. No group does that for anybody.
And that's all I'm saying. There's a mass of black men. I've never seen so many so-called new version of black conservatives that fight so hard for America, which is fighting for white men instead of fighting for the disposition of black people. They can't even go.
That's not the
Land, CJ, stop it, CJ. Why is it when you hear my voice, you got it? Just let me land and you got it. Black men be fighting for white men in America so hard, and they be like, man, black people, they need to pick themselves up. Like they need to do for themselves.
Yeah. So hold on, Ali. So now you're conflating two different things because so now fighting for America is problematic when you're an American.
No, I didn't say that.
Hold on, no, yes, you did. Hold on, no. What you said was, hold on.
You asked me a question, right?
Said was fighting for white men and America.
In good faith.
Combine the two.
You gonna ask me in good faith?
I'm not asking. No. I'm holding you to what you said in good faith.
Tell me what I said.
You combine the two. You combine white men and America.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm holding you to. What you said.
Yes, and that's what black people do. Conservative black.
So hold on.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay. Let Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, JB about to co-sign already. Hold on.
Black. Come on, y'all know who this is.
Black conservatives, today's black conservatives. See, back then, black conservatives fought for black people because we were Republicans and we always been conservatives. Today's black conservative fight for white conservatives and white people, which we look at as America. America agenda is to push their race and for us to be inclusive. So tell me I'm wrong, Fantastic, that this country still don't fight for the best interests of white people.
You're wrong.
Tell me how.
Well, quite easily, like you said yourself, black people have improved greatly over the last 40 years, right?
Okay.
Despite what y'all say, white supremacy and oppression and systemic racism. Well, if that was the case, why would black people progress at all, right? If the white person, it was only white, right? Mm-hmm. You have only white people progressing. And then furthermore, guess who surpassed white people? Asians by almost double. So you can't tell me that America is all about progressing the white folks, but somehow, some way, they let the black folks come up too. And then not only they let the fucking Asians be successful, but surpass them. That's how. So America is for the projection of Americans getting better and making America better overall.
So America assists foreign immigrants, including Africans, and y'all will say that as well too. But in this conversation, pretend like that it actually ain't happening to us, where they will put the African agenda even above the black man agenda as well too. Is that true or false?
Come
on now.
No, that's false. So no, hold on. I'm gonna say that's false. But you know what I'm gonna say is wait, give me a second.
Go ahead.
That's false. But they will they have put the LGBT movement, not even a race of people or nationality of people, over the black agenda.
So again, I'm actually they're not putting, like, is that not why people are fighting about illegal immigration as well too? Because they're saying that they're replacing Americans, black and white. Donald Trump says it all the time. Hey, they're taking your job.
Yeah.
So why we pretending like that's not what? So why we pretending?
Hold on. You just answered your own question. You said it's not just the white people. It's black and white people. To the point. Hold on. Just real quick. You got to hold on. To the point where he said the purpose of birthright citizenship was meant for black slaves. He gave the biggest black endorsement of all time to say, hey, y'all are giving away fucking the rights that were made specifically for black people to these people that shouldn't be here in the fucking first place. So why would the president of the United States say something that profound and that impactful in support of black people if he only wanted white people to fucking have something to do with it?
Because they always. Oh, go ahead, CJ. Go ahead. You got to get it in. Go ahead, CJ. God, no, hold on.
Then you said majority of black men aren't even conservatives. So you had a point that where do majority of a race support another race? Then you said black people support white people. Majority of us are not conservatives. Majority of us voted the other way. So that's not even right.
What do you mean majority of us voted the other way? What do you mean by that?
They voted Democrat.
Who did?
Majority of black men.
No. I want to talk about Democrats and Republicans. That's not what I was talking about, CJ. CJ, are you listening to the conversation? We weren't even talking about it.
I'm right here with the conversation, my brother.
So I said we were conservatives. We were Republicans at one time to the party switch. That's what I said. The party switch. There was a party switch at one time. Do you know about that, CJ?
I heard about it.
Okay, so that's what I was talking about, CJ.
That's not what you said, though.
You just want to interrupt. That is what I said.
You can gaslight me if you want, Ilkan.
That's
No,
not what you
all
said,
I'm
my
saying
boy.
is that when we conflating black coons to people who just want handouts, that's very irresponsible. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, all the black leaders ever held black people accountable simultaneously as they held white people accountable at the same time. So why all of a sudden these pro-blacks were conflating them to liberals too? Like it sounded like y'all was saying that these pro-blacks were liberals. I don't know if it was fantastic. How was the pro-black?
That's exactly what I was saying. That was what I was saying. And hold on, just like we never called them coons, right? So the coons are the quote unquote conservatives, right?
Can
So
you
what we're saying,
define? I'm joking. Yo, go ahead.
the liberals though are the problem. The liberals, again, Ali, one of your biggest contenders I seen you go to war with so many times, are responsible for the promotion of 20 million abortions of black children and babies, right? As to why we've been stagnant in our population and we've been surpassed by the Hispanics, right? So when you talk about, Ali, you're one of the biggest promoters of black families. Well, we can't have black families if the black women are, deleting all the children before we can even have them. Ali, how many presidents have been taken out in 20 million kids? How many scientists? How many cures for cancer? How many billionaires? How many millionaires? All these things we will never even know the answer to because these.
I agree, we also simultaneously don't address the same system that put our women in those positions. We'll talk about like we've got so far from who put us in those positions that we'll start downing each other instead of going, "Hey man, you put us in these positions, you got to take us out of these positions."
Well, hold on. Well, I agree. Margaret Sanger,
who's going to put you in a position and take you out of that same position that they put you in?
No.
Person?
Right now, you hear CJ, right? We will support a country that put us in this. They gave us these dispositions where the house is separated. They're pushing the LGBT agenda. You can't afford anything. The white man will say, "Make America great again," but here come black people and go, "Hey man, black people need to stop complaining." What does make America great again, CJ? Since you want to jump in so bad, what does that mean? When white people say "Make America great again," what does that mean? I would like Fantastic and JB to answer that. What does it mean since when black people
back
say,
families, bring back conservative?
Okay, go ahead, CJ. Go ahead. Since when we complain, we got to go back to Africa, and black conservatives will tell black people to go back to Africa if you don't like it here as well too. Oh yes, they will. Oh yes, they will. Why? Hey, Fantastic. I ain't never heard you say, "Hey, Fantastic, I'm gonna give you a little grace because you still love you hanging on to pro-black. You up there? You pro-black."
You heard me say that before.
CJ didn't jump all the way off the ship.
You heard me say that before.
JB, I'm gonna try.
Tell black people to go back to Africa.
I'm gonna ask you again. Why is it when white people complain they're American citizen, and that's their God-given right, but when black people complain they got to go back to Africa? Can you answer that one?
I don't believe in that. I don't hear people saying that. Black people got the right to complain. We complaining right now. What are we talking about? And I don't hear nobody in the chat talking about go back to Africa. I don't see no white people talking about go back to Africa. We complaining. What we talking about, man?
I can't take his voice. Hey, Fantastic. Can you answer that, please? Why is it that when white people, what do they mean by when they say "Make America Great Again"? When was it great? Can you tell me what year it was great for everybody?
When it was great for everyone, that's quite subjective, brother. I mean, like shit. I think 1996 was a great year.
1996.
I think 1996 was a great year, right? I think everything prior to 2008 was a great year, right? I think when we came out of the recession and everybody got a bump on their property, that was a great year, right? So I think it's going to be a subjective thing, but to understand, again, slavery was fucked up. Racism is never going to go anywhere. I think we get too hung up in trying to focus on things that are always going to exist, right? But are never as bad as they were before. So once you understand that, you have to stop focusing on that and what the white man is doing or what the white man, whatever. The white man is not our problem. The white man is just not. Again, like I said, there's been a quote unquote black president, right? We know he's not truly black, but black people. And not just once, he had 2 terms, back-to-back terms, right? There are black congressmen, there are black senators, black mayors, hell, most of them horrible. But again, black people have every right in this country that white people have in this country.
Okay, respect. No, CJ, hold on. Respectfully. How are black people white people's problems? Because it's very telling that you say that white people aren't our problems, and they'll keep saying that black people just complaining. But every single day, like these pearlies, these white conservatives as well too, they keep saying that black people are the problem. Immigrants are the problem. So if they're not the problem to us, why do they keep saying that the people in certain positions are the problem?
Okay, can I just say bye? I gotta go, man. Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
okay.
Thank
Hey,
you for
CJ, get
inviting
it,
me to this
get it
show.
together, CJ.
I appreciate y'all inviting me to this show, man. I still fuck with y'all, man. Y'all my boys. But y'all gonna stop talking to me crazy. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna stop talking to me
You still
crazy.
fuck with us until Pearly pulls up.
Yeah, or Tommy.
Y'all gonna stop talking.
Or
Tommy,
Andrew
I fuck with
Tate.
Tommy too, man. And
Or
when y'all wrong,
Frieza.
y'all wrong, man. And I'm gonna call it out, man. Don't be mad at me for calling out when y'all wrong. And Fantastic, don't be hating, man. I'll be
No,
serious.
actually, CJ, you contradicted yourself. I was listening on the show. You admitted you was wrong, and then Fatty said apologize. You said no because I still think you wrong.
That's what he said. He
You
literally
get on
said
my
that.
nerves, man. I'm not about to play this game with y'all, man. I'm not about to play
That's
this
it.
flippy
That's
floppy, trying to catch you up. Y'all, let me
I
tell you
didn't
something.
catch you. You
Y'all
said it.
don't
Didn't
be-
you?
Hey,
Oh my God.
don't
Hey,
become the
JB, make sure you
don't
review
become-
that.
Don't become the monsters y'all
Well, he
hate,
said,
man.
he said
Don't
I was
become the-
wrong. And Fatty
don't-
said apologize. He said no because I still think you wrong.
Don't become the monsters y'all hate, man. Let me say this. Don't become the monsters y'all hate, man. I see it happening. So don't do it. And can I give myself a shout out on my show?
No, do we done the Pearl show? Hey guys, CJ will be tagged in the description. He has 7 people watching him, so let's make it 11 so we can have a beautiful Christmas. Okay, turn on the AC. You can drop the link in the chat. Okay, thank you very much.
7 strong supporters. We appreciate all 7 of y'all.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure CJ gets to 11 viewers before Christmas, friends. I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate it. Bye, man.
Thank you very much, CJ.
All right, man.
So we lost somebody without a brain, and somebody with a brain pulls up. Thank you very much, Mr. Time Man. We appreciate you being here.
What's up, Ali?
How you doing? Do you have anything to say, Time Man, before we go to the next question?
I'm just trying to figure out what was the question because I just like came up here. I heard something about black and white. I didn't hear like
It's
everything.
totally fine. I'll pass you the microphone as soon as you are catch up with the conversation. Okay. Mr. Fantastic. Do black conservatives push growth, or do they help outsiders criticize the community? Do black conservatives push growth, or do they help outsiders criticize the community?
Like which black contribution are you saying? Like, are you talking about like the basketball players, the rappers?
Yeah, we got another one with the smooth brain. I apologize, friends. That was not my intention.
God damn.
Huh?
Is it me or him?
I think he's
Mr. Fantastic.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So, yeah, man. I mean, at times both. I mean, you have your of course your brand. What's his name? Tatum, Officer Tatum's.
Yes.
Right. You have your Officer Tatum's, but then you have your fucking ABLs. Right. You have people that are balanced. I think it's automatically though. Again, giving credence to the title of the show. If you're a conservative, no matter if you're balanced or not, you're automatically seen as a raccoon, because niggas are emotional and they don't understand the important things that need to be done in order to move forward. So are there people that get, but to the other point, Fatty, any black person that is critical of black people, be you conservative or whatnot, white people are going to jump on it. Same way we do when the women, right? If you agree with a woman, Fatty, what's she going to look? He said it. A man said it.
No, sure.
So if a man said you niggas is socially awkward and you're incels and you're whatever, yeah, the man said it, so it must be true. So all groups do this thing as to where if someone within the party that you're critical of or that you're trying to, make look bad, someone says something that helps support your argument to make these people be in a negative light. Most people are going to do that, but I think we start getting particular, extreme the Nick Fuentes and all this other shit. I think again that's an extreme outlier of what's going on to where these white people are the black fatigue bullshit.
So Fantastic. This is actually how I got more respect from you, because I would put you on that slot on the beginning. The is overdoing it, going after black people. But then I thought about it and I observed you and I was like, no, this is a equal opportunity partner. If somebody fucks up from white community, LGBT, present, like he's on it, right? My thing is the people that overdo it on only one side. Like if every time they open their mouth to talk about black people is some shitty shit, and then something happens that is good for black people, and then nowhere to be found. You see what I'm saying? That's when you become a useful idiot.
But as a black person,
just real quick, brother, you got it after this, brother. Time ain't right. After done, I swear you got it, brother. again, Fatty, I think that is purposely the mascot of conservatives, though. You feel me?
Yes,
Because
there's the useful idiot. There's
yeah,
the
but what I'm saying is every black person that has a conservative value or thinks that way is called you tap dancing, you Uncle Tom, you all these things. Fatty, I'm pretty you heard of Thomas Sowell, right?
yes.
Thomas Sowell is probably one of the greatest minds to ever of modern times. Niggas can't stand Thomas Sowell because Thomas Sowell literally says, hey, you know, it's this, and this. And if we did this, things would be better, right? Because he doesn't automatically go to the white people and make the white people the bad guy. If the first word is not out of your mouth, Fatty, is white supremacy and racism, systemic racism, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? That's what you are. So like even if you're being fair and balanced, you're saying, okay, yeah, white people's fucked up, slavery's fucked up, racism never going anywhere, right? But talking about that, how does that help us as a group get to where the Asians are, right? Get to where these other groups of people that were a very, very small percentage and got here after us that was able to play within the same system, figure it out, use it to their advantage, and surpass people that didn't like them either. You feel what I'm saying? The playbooks are out there. It's just like we won't use it because we're so focused on what the white man, quote unquote, is doing and what happened to us in the past. Which I'm saying
Sure.
I'm not trying to throw that away. But what I'm saying is looking at the shit that works from all these other groups, bro. I mean, we got the formula.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But for example, Thomas Sowell, like it was because he was always on the other side of the aisle. It's like people talk about slavery. Slavery is not something uniquely to America. Like we're having a problem right here, and you are kind of what about the other ones? Like
But Fatty, I think just real quick, that's the thing though. And I say this all the time. We have an emotional attachment to slavery. You
Yes,
say
we do.
slavery, niggas jump out the window, right?
Sure.
Be it negative, positive, whatever. It's automatically something that gets caught up on. So Thomas Sowell just giving you the actual historical context of these things, and you know, you say niggas have a problem with that, bro. And I don't
Sure.
understand it. Again,
No.
you know what I mean?
I know, like
Can I
because
say something?
go ahead, sir, because you
the
are.
Jews got obsession with the Holocaust.
Can I
Americans
say
got
something?
obsession with the 4th of July, like Independence Day, y'all. What we supposed to, so we can rectify it. Always remember what happened. You're not supposed. You know
I'm
what?
not-
Patty said it the other day, right? When you forget history, you deem to, or you don't know your history, you deem to repeat it again. Why would we not be obsessed with something that has not been completely rectified? We supposed to be on top of that and go, hey man, we need to rectify this. It still hasn't been completely rectified.
Ali, just real quick, that's the problem, right? So when you say the J people, right, or whatever, what did they do, Ali? Ali, they fucking they turned that shit into a win
by getting handouts. By getting handouts,
not
by
just
getting,
handouts.
hey,
Well, no,
fantastic!
it's not.
The UN, the British, America, other countries helped them. They gave them handouts. They built that country.
Yeah, but
1 second, please. There's something called APEC, where literally Israeli lobbies donate to both sides of the aisle. So American politicians, no matter if they're Democrats or Republicans, literally do all the dirty work and everything they need for Israel and the Silver Dome and send money and all that shit. They literally do that shit.
Hey,
They,
okay,
they,
so
they are not self-sufficient. If people actually were on their ass, like
hey, Fatty,
1 second,
don't forget
that's the reason why they have like
genocide and committing genocide on another group of people who just hitting them back with rocks. They literally wiping them off the face of the earth, man.
There's a reason why. There's a reason. Give me just a second so you got it. There's a reason why when Iran started fucking back with the Israelis, they was like, USA, please, can y'all stop them, please? Can y'all do something about this? Like they were afraid of Iran, and like because they know the only solution they have is the Samsung option or whatever the fuck it is. They just nuke everybody. But reality is they are not a self-sufficient country. They need extreme help from the United States, British, European Union to be self-sufficient. So
if we never get the aid or any type of assistance from these entities, what do you do?
What do you mean by that?
If we never get the subsidization from all these, larger entities that can, definitely fund a lot of Black Americans or whatnot for reparations,
growth will
what
be
do you
slower.
do if you never get it?
Your growth will be slower. Black people are still going to become better because it's a very like young group, right? Y'all free from Jim Crow 60 years ago. All the colonies in Africa was freed 40, 60 years ago too, right? So it's a very young countries, communities, and all that. Once you get help shit explodes. If you don't get help, you're going to still grow, but you're going to grow at a pace that is not going to be like we're probably not going to see Wakanda. You see what I'm saying? Like probably our grandsons are going to see that shit because these communities are going to form you the same way you have little Italy and little Brazil and little in Chinatown, all that. Like
We do
black
have
people
that.
have,
We
huh?
do have it. We do. We do
You
have
don't
black
have it.
areas.
No, no,
They
no,
Can I
no.
probably be called hoods. We do.
can I say something?
We do have primarily black areas. I can't help it if the areas aren't being upheld by the people that live there, or if they're not trying to reinvest back into it, staying there, not just moving out. But we do have them though. We do have areas that are primarily black, but a lot of
And,
us do leave those areas at the same time.
and this is what we're talking about, Jay. You know what
Right, you got
happened
to take it
when?
more
No, one
simplistic,
second,
man.
please, Jay. Jay, you are right. There's black areas that are not being taken advantage of by black people. Fair, totally fair. But when black people actually came up with productive areas and productive business and productive cities that actually was doing shit, you know what happened? The American government stepped on them. When black people united each other and decided, you know what? We are not going to be doing all this shit. We're going to be the Black Panthers. We are going to promote black family and protect kids and all that shit. You know what the American government said? Nah, not today.
Are
So
we saying
what I'm 1 second, Jay. What I'm saying is that both, like Fantastic said, both can be true. You can say yes, black people need to actually be together and take advantage of the American system and all the liberties. And you can say too, when black people at Black Wall Street and Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they're doing great, the American government decided, nah, we're not going to let you do that. So both can be true.
Let me ask you, Ilkin and Fatty. What is a decent what is a
Hold
decent
on,
life
y'all
look
gonna
like?
stop, Jack. You should Ilcon, man. Y'all gonna stop
I
messing
said
up my
what I
first
said.
name.
What I
I
said.
told you he was messing
Ilcan, like
I
it's
said
come out of a can or something. Like you about to
Shout
open
out
up
to
a
Todd
can.
Lexi.
Ilkin.
Shout out to the
My fault.
Untouchables.
My Ilcan, you gonna
Khan
do me like that,
Ali.
JB? I know that was shade, JB. That's all right, though,
Oh
JB.
man, yo, that's I got a speech impediment, so sometimes I pronounce stuff weird.
That's crazy.
Ali and Fatty, what does a
Mm.
decent life look like for y'all? Like to live out your
You
years.
Okay. Decent life means you work 8 hours a day and you have the opportunity to have a 1 bedroom apartment, a fridge full of food, all the utilities taken care of, and you still have $200, $300 to go ahead and do whatever you want to do with them. Is having universal health care, meaning I can have a brain tumor right now and I don't die because I can go to the hospital. Is having affordable care, meaning I have a kid and I don't have to pay that $12,000 because the hospital is charging me for socks and sheets. Is affordable college, paying my kid paying my college with part-time work in McDonald's instead of me having to save hundreds of thousands of dollars and getting in debt. So he's ready to. This is to me things that actually are a good life. Oh,
And I agree. You having the necessities, you ain't got to worry about health care, your child care, and add family on top of that.
Okay. All right.
Damn, there's not a got you, GB. That's crazy. GB is too
Oh,
nice.
he thought we were gonna say buy a jet, get a Rolls.
I need that. I need the Ferrari.
No, I can go deeper into it because that's very achievable. Do you feel like black people that's not achievable? For
If
us
he's
to do that?
achievable, why doesn't even white people on the United States have that shit? If he's achievable, why don't they have universal health care? If he's achievable, why do you have a kid and you take it to the hospital and you get a massive bill? Like,
Well,
if he's
because things are gonna
achievable,
be
why can the number
situational.
one country on the planet do it while Canada, literally above them, is doing all these
You're
things?
right. You're right. But it's also gonna be about the choices of the people as well. Because here's
No,
the thing
it's the
about it. Just because
government.
just because everybody isn't doing it, you still have to look at that. People still have choices. You have somebody who might become a drug addict and become a homeless person. That's still gonna be a choice that person made. But
No.
if you look at the opportunity that's spread across the board, everybody's going to school, everybody's getting a diploma. If you stay in it, you can leave that, then you can go to secondary school. You have that choice if you want to or not. Or
No,
you
but
can
that's not
go,
opportunity.
You can go straight into the workforce.
No,
Well,
GB.
everybody
But
has
that's
the
not
same
JB. One
chance to
second,
do it.
JB. 1 second, right? How much do you pay for your health insurance? If you can say pineapple, give me a range.
Like per
Private
month.
insurance, just for you, not the family. If it was just you,
I'm gonna say like 4 or 5 a month, 500.
why is my private
And that's like
insurance to
total.
go to a private hospital $53? And I'm obese, and my mama is 60 something, almost 70. is 60 something. My dad had the old knee replacement and is literally limping. His shit is $72. My younger brother, his shit is $33. Why is it possible that we, as this country that doesn't have no means compared to the United States, can have these type of things? Energy, for example, it doesn't cost more in your country to make energy than in mine. It's the same machines, the same power stations, and all that. Why is my electricity bill with all these motherfucking monitors and microphones and all this shit? Why is my bill $60 and your bill 200, 300, 400?
For sure,
Like, why is this?
For sure, but is that a black problem or is that an America problem?
We're talking about America, but that's the thing. It's not one
That's
second,
what I'm
Chibi.
saying. We're grouped
But
in
it's
with
not your
whites
choice.
in
It's the government. It's not your choice. It's the government and the company. It's not
For
your
sure,
choice.
and we can still try and work on voting in the right, policies or whatnot to either reduce that or change that. But here's the thing about it: it doesn't change the fact that everybody is still paying the same thing in America. So the thing about it is, we talking more about pro-black arguments, like as if black people are kind of getting the shit on the stick when everybody still has to participate the exact same way.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is governmental. If they wanted to pass universal health care tomorrow, they would have universal health care. It's not about
Well,
the
guess
people.
what? If anybody
It's
has a
about the
problem
government.
with, for sure, you're right. But at the same time, here's the thing about it: the people that live here, if they don't want to, they can still move to another country.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
that's
trying to promote that.
no, that's fair.
Like
That's
you just
fair.
said, it's 53 where you at.
But
Come
that's
on.
fair. But that's why do white Republicans can complain about Joe Biden for 4 years and about Obama for 8 years, and nobody says, if you are mad about Obama, go back to Germany, go back to Ireland, go back to Italy. Like, how is that? How does that come about?
What do you mean by that? If they complaining
So
about
you
Biden or
say
whatnot for 4
if
years,
these people are so mad about the country probably they were born and live all their life and have their friends and their family, they can go ahead and find a country that actually does it, right?
yeah, nobody's stopping you.
But under Obama,
Mm-hmm.
under Biden, there was these white, Republican, traditional, conservative Christians that all they did was complain about the country under Obama and Biden. And I didn't see nobody saying, if y'all are mad with the country, go ahead and go to a country that actually gives you a better life. I never saw that.
I'm not sure on specifically what you're talking about, but it's always gonna be people arguing with the person that's in power if it doesn't fit exactly what they want. You always gonna have that.
Yes. So but
Nobody's gonna be able to fit your exact narrative every single term of a presidency. It's always gonna be somebody who's gonna dislike what the president's doing, which is what we were doing at the beginning of the show with Trump, with half of the panel.
And I agree, but there's what we're talking about. You having a country that actually works for you is the first step for everybody getting better, right? A
Yeah,
country that actually works for you. For example, Mr. Fantastic, because I'm going to snitch on Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic showed me his investment account. Mr. Fantastic doing pretty well. And he served the Navy and all that, and he did his time and all that. Like, the United States know how to take care of the people that actually put hard work on. They know about it. They do it with the military. If you go to the military and you actually do your thing, they know how to give you a treatment that you know by the 40 or 50, you are good. If they know to do all that shit to the people that go to wars or are part of the military, why can't do that with the average children that their dream is going to Harvard? They are geniuses, but because they are not George W. Bush's son, they are going to be put on the back because there's somebody that come from an Ivy League college that have a daddy. Now that person gets the job, and the person that is literally a brilliant mind is not going to achieve that because doesn't have money, doesn't have rich dads. He's the one who went to that. Like, why does that
Portugal
happen?
invest back in its citizens the proper way? In Portugal, where you at? Is it like
we have a
very equal and
wider
fair? Nothing like
Can you say it again, please?
Does Portugal invest back in its citizens in the proper way to where they don't do any type of shady shit? Everything is just straight across the board. Everybody's getting the good end of the stick.
No.
Portugal?
Portugal has all the Western countries have kind of the same problems. Immigration, the housing market is super high compared with the cost of living of the people. Like, people can't afford it. People just can't afford to
So
live.
it's the same thing
But
going over there that is going
no,
on over
but
here.
it's not the same because even a poor person, you have 7 kids, you pay $0. on those 7 kids.
Is it perfect in Portugal?
Nothing is perfect, JB.
Exactly. That's what I'm arguing with over here in America. No, because it's not perfect over there. Because you're arguing about America,
JB,
but it's not perfect over there.
I can make another argument.
Let me just say this is fantastic, and you got it. JB, do you know the movie? What is the movie of Denzel Washington, John Q? The one with the baby that you need the is the insurance company doesn't cover it, so now they don't have, right? You know how many hours did that movie would have if it was in Portugal, JB?
How long? How many?
3 minutes. My son needs an heart transplant. Okay, go ahead and go to the hospital, and we're going to find it one because we have universal health care, so we're going to find a donor no matter if you have money or not. John Q in Portugal will be a 3-minute movie. Why? Once again, and again, it's not a perfect system. There's a lot of delay lines. That's why I go to the public system, but I still have private insurance to go to a private hospital, right? Why can the American government, why is a drug on my country cost $20 in your country cost $373?
Well, you gotta think about the argument just transition to a whole nother area. We talking about the healthcare in America when we were just talking about what blacks should be doing in their day-to-day lives to try and help improve it or whatnot, or at least come together as a group.
No, JB, you keep
but
doing
healthcare
that.
is still
He addresses
that's
a
an
point. You
American-
go, nothing's perfect. No, JB, he's addressed every time he goes to address it. You go away from the argument.
No,
like
I'm not.
We can't. You know what? This is
about
what we need.
pro-black
This is what this
issues.
country needs to do. What do you
We
think
were
the
talking about
country
pro-black
should-
issues.
how about this? What do you think the country should do in efforts to repair and rectify what's happening to black people? Yes.
I think it needs to be a reset of the mindset when it comes down to what families do. What's the problem with that? But is something wrong with that? For us to reset our mindset to start going to school, learning skills, reading literature, like you said, the proper literature, investing back into our kids, our families. There's nothing wrong with that.
And that's JB, and that's what I said. Think about it, JB. Let's assume that, do you want people to get married and have 5 kids? Do you want people to do that, be together, produce families? Now we have a younger. Do you want them to do that?
If it works for you financially, yeah. I mean, I think
Sure.
you should have them based on your income.
Okay, so let's just talk about. I'm talking about myself because I know my system here in Portugal, right?
Yeah.
On the United States, having 5 kids would be at least $50,000.
Okay.
Right? In Portugal, will be 0. You are not going to be charged for having a kid and going to a maternity. I don't know what your name is over there, right?
But why are you still comparing Portugal to?
Because
America?
I'm trying to give you examples. You are telling that people should read. You know how much would be the me putting my kids through college, my 5 kids?
It sounds like you saying we should go over to Portugal and live. That's what it sounds like.
What I'm saying is that
not Africa no more. We got to go.
What I'm saying is that
he's in Portugal.
Yeah,
can I make an argument? I know, Fatty, you gotta let me in, bro. So again, the problem with the universal healthcare shit, bro, is again, it's not gonna work for America because of size. Okay, y'all love doing this. I love when this is the number one fucking argument for people with Switzerland and this and that, bro. There are 340 fucking million American people, bro. I think it may be higher than that. Okay,
yes,
all right. That's universal healthcare would never work here. Okay, people in Canada, no, it wouldn't, and let me rock.
I can prove it.
You prove it. Show me a
universal health care would be cheaper than what Americans already are paying for their insurance and all that shit. And when you have universal health care, nothing stops you from going and looking for private insurance so you can actually be better served.
Fatty is trash. Fatty, universal health care is trash. That's why and again, no disrespect to your pops, but you say he had a fucking knee surgery, he still got a limp, okay?
Because he's 75.
America,
he's an old man. What the fuck are you talking about?
That was a low blow. That was literally a low blow, man.
Yes.
Fantastic. Oh my God.
That's crazy. Hold on. It's not just a cost, it's the quality of care, bro. America, that's why you get all of the best doctors and shit here. If you have a maid, bro, they send people here. Fatty, you remember the kids with the thing? I forget what you call it. They got a disorder.
Yeah, they have
the cleft lip, right? The best the cleft lip things, bro. They send a lot of those kids here to get those operations to to change their lives and make it look normal and shit, right? What I'm saying is this, bro, and it's been proven too many times. To your point, and shout out to JB. No system is perfect. Okay, America is the fucking front runner for capitalism. All right. If you want good shit, you got to pay for it. Now, do I believe we're being overcharged? Yes, Fatty, you are correct. What happens is you get these, and this is the problem, right? And this is what comes back to bringing it back to the black aspect. Not only black people, but Americans vote the wrong people in here, and they vote motherfuckers in that cut corners and give fucking protections to these fucking insurance companies, to these fucking to big pharma and all this other shit, right? But like JB said, that's something that's gonna have to be fucking rectified over time through proper voting, right? So if people aren't properly voting and putting people in there that's gonna hold the people accountable, bro, you're always gonna have that problem. But at the same time, the best motherfucking medical care in the fucking world is right here in the good old US of A. Okay.
So you have to answer once again the question that I asked JB. Why is, for example, an insulin product that will cost $3 in my country because it's participated by the state, and the state makes sure that the even people that can afford it can just go to the pharmacy and get it? Why is that shit $500 a pop on the United States?
Crony capitalism, to your point, Fatty. That's what it is. Even though I think they just made a major reduction in insulin or whatever, and I think that was actually under Biden. I think Biden might have done that. I'm not sure, but either way, Fatty. We're not arguing with you there. But now that's that. Like I'm with JB. That's a little bit out of the scope of no. I see. So according,
I want to go back. I can bring it back.
I want to correct it because that's why Ali looking at me crazy. Because you talked about the American and the what's the name, so that's why I had to catch myself. I had to correct what I'm saying. So since we're talking about America, I got you. You're right. No, it's within
and I want to make sure, fantastic. I want to make sure that y'all understand something, because Angry Man tried to do that shit to me. I'm talking about the American government, not the American people. See what I'm saying?
Of course.
When I criticize Trump, and I'm talking about the American government, not American people. So my point of contention with JB was, this is not the people. This is as a big end of the government, because if the government tomorrow decides we are not going to fuck with big pharma anymore, it's illegal to get money from Boeing and from Bayer and all these big companies, you know that your prices would literally go down if these private universities and all these companies didn't end a massive funding advantage by donating to their campaigns, and then now they do their bidding. Now the American government is going to work for you because there's no incentive for them to actually move forward. They want to win elections, so I'm going to make JB life more affordable. I'm going to make affordable college, universal healthcare, and all these things, because now JB is going to vote for me because he remembers the time where the Democrats or the Republicans were not pushing for this shit, and now my kid can go to college. I don't have to save $172,000 just to put the motherfucker through college. You see what I'm saying? Like, so
but not to make it, not really to make it back about Trump again, but Trump just rectified that with the classification thing. So with the professional classification thing, he just closed a loophole that the universities was using, Fatty, to be predatory to the people. So you're exactly right. I think one of the biggest things here is not even a federal thing as to where it's these companies and these organizations that people are dependent upon. Because if you tell people, hey man, you can't get a good job without a fucking degree, and now we've seen college fucking prices go up 10,000 fucking % over the last 20, 30 years. And then the only loan you cannot forgive is a fucking student loan. Again, it's a lot of motherfucking, Wizard of Oz behind the curtain type shit going on. We're not denying that, right? But like to JB's point, it sounds like a cop out, but it's not. But you got to take some good with the bad. And overall, I tell you this, if I had to choose between motherfucking here in Venezuela or here in Brazil or here in a lot of these other fucking places, bro, you're still gonna you stay right here, dog. That's why all these people talk this shit, but they never go nowhere.
But because they don't know better. Most people don't live the same 45 miles where they were born. They don't know better. But for example, if you are a person like military people or people that actually came to college and went to the other places, people that broke their foot in Germany, and they are so scared, oh my God, I'm going to get that gigantic bill. And then they get to the front desk and they ask, how much do I owe for rebuilding my feet? Oh, $25. It's just a moderating thing. And
you almost defeated your own argument earlier. You just said most people don't leave 45 miles from where they originated at.
Yes.
So those same black people that possibly might be disenfranchised who never left those areas or whatnot, if they hadn't seeked out, knowledge in other areas or whatnot, they possibly still gonna be disenfranchised if somebody in the group don't elevate to now possibly teach them maybe certain skills and things that, you know, kind of somewhat help the group.
I don't get where is the contradiction there.
You said most people don't leave 45 miles. So if
Yes.
you said most people aren't, you know, well thought out,
Well-traveled.
actually well traveled.
Most people aren't well traveled. Yes.
Yeah, so most people will stay in a disenfranchised situation possibly. So if a lot of blacks possibly still stay in a disenfranchised situation, still voting Democrat, still following the same old things that they've been following for the years before
Yeah,
them.
not just geographically. Shout out to JB. So he's saying not just geographically or physically. He's saying it's a mentality you have where people are unwilling to take a risk or try something new or understand a new concept. And that's what we're saying. When you challenge that, now you're the coon. Now you're the problem. Now you're the well. Hold on, bro. What do you want to do here? Do you want to stay in the same condition and keep complaining about the high crime rates? Or you got one or two things you're going to do. Either you're going to move from where the high crime is and move into an area where your children have a better chance at education, or you're going to stay there and you're going to fix it.
No,
So
but you are missing the point that there's some underlying conditions that make those areas the way that they are. It's like, for example, complaining about immigration while you're literally bombing the country that is literally sending refugees your way because you're bombing them, right? There's a cause and effect. Like these people are on disenfranchised areas. They only know that. But once they actually either hear from other people, know better, now they urge me, oh, Mr. Fantastic, he retired at 40 from the military. Let me join the military. Like these people will absorb whatever the information is around. So I don't understand what is the contradiction there, because most of these people on the planet, it's not the United States, it's actually worse outside of the United States. They don't move like that. They will be born in Dublin and they will die in Dublin. The kids will be born in Dublin and die in Dublin. I don't think there's a contradiction.
No, what we're saying is this though. So that you have Dublin is different. You're talking about Dublin, Ireland, right? Dublin, Ireland.
W. Yes, Dublin in Ireland. Yeah, Dublin in Ireland. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So that's what we're saying. So the problem is those people have a different condition, and then it's like, you know, cultural and whatever. What we're saying is this. Let's use Chicago or Atlanta, right?
Yes.
JB, you say you in GA, right? You in Georgia?
Yeah, Georgia.
Use Atlanta, right? So use Atlanta. The problem is, Fatty, is that Atlanta has exploded, bro, since the 80s, right?
Mhm.
I-75 used to be a 2-lane highway. Now it's like 16 or some crazy shit. Atlanta had some of the biggest revenue flowing in, the busiest airport, so many opportunities and so on and so forth. The thing that's happened though is that Atlanta used to be a black city. It's still considered a black city, but people with most of the wealth aren't black people. How do you allow that to happen? And that's because of again, poor structure, poor voting, a lot of these things that we have control of is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
so,
how is that different from the rest of the world? Fantastic. You know who the richest people in Lisbon are? British, French, and high-end Chinese people. If you go to any city, the most powerful people on that city are probably transplants that come from a very affluent background that just decide we can do a killing doing business on here, so we're going to settle on these things. Like most of the Portuguese people that are on real estate and are real estate tycoons are not even nationals.
But Fatty, is it the majority of them though, or is it balanced?
No, they are the minority, but they concentrate a tremendous amount of money. It's like BlackRock having billion properties because they are just a conglomerate. Yes.
So I know they have a tremendous amount of money, but you still have enough Portuguese people to offset volume wise.
No. Let me explain you why. British, French earn so much more money than the Portuguese, like Americans, right? If fantastic. If you came to Portugal with $100,000, you will be like balling. So I can
like just Mexico for us close. I got you. So like
yes. So for you to understand what I'm saying, you understand before the public to understand what I'm saying. The top 10% household in Portugal makes $50,000. Household is not one person.
Yeah, two
household $50,000, right? And if you make 100,000, you are on the 1%. You yourself on household. So while you guys talking about Americans like 100,000, like you by yourself with $100,000 are on the 1% of households in Portugal. So when you come in to invest in real estate, the local can compete with you because
They
you
can't
can swipe
compete with
five
you, yeah,
properties
'cause
at a time
you make
while
more.
I
Yeah,
still
you
have to
make
raise
more.
it. Yes, it's because of that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
I
think
got
he's
It's the
trying to sell me
concentration
on
of
moving
money.
forward.
You see what I'm saying? We are more, but the concentration of money is so big on these
because
conglomerates
of the
that the local
disparity
can
and
compete with
yeah,
it. Yes.
I got you.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
And it's actually even worse because they came up, they will buy the properties, they will gentrify it and try to sell it to Americans and to French and to British that have more money. And now the local can compete with the prices and have to move out of the thing. So most of the big cities are getting the same problem. Is people buy in bulk, gentrify it, in the property
That's a
the
great
property
point. So
value, and then now you have to move out because you can compete. You have
no,
to go to the
no,
outskirts.
gentrification is a great point. So gentrification is a great point, right? Gentrification happens because you allow it to happen for the most part, right? You either and this happens in the black community a lot, right?
Yeah.
So either people get paid off house or have property, so on and so forth. You sell it off to the people,
Yes.
or whatever, or a house gets passed down, and then people don't pay the motherfucking property taxes. A totally completely paid off house, but you can't pay a couple $1,000s or a few $1,000s per year, not per month, per year, to keep the house. And now, like you said, these people come through and they get these prop tax liens and all these different things and so on and so forth, and whatnot, what have you. They had a big development back from where I'm from to where you had a projects, right? Housing projects. There's the government housing to where
Yes.
people were trying to fight against it, but you can't fight against that. The government housing is owned by who? The state. So if the state want to
Yes.
fucking sell it, the state sells it, right? So again, so what I'm saying is, I say this all the time.
Hmm.
The most important thing in making it in America is financial understanding, political influence, right? And financial understanding or financial literacy, political influence, and then of course education and shit, right? So just overall understanding how to put them things into order so that you have and maintain power to where you are. Now we seen this happen. It's just a matter of go remember the super mayor girl, the super mayor lady. That town remained predominantly black. What did they do though? One black woman ruined them for decades just for because they voted for her because she's black. City of Chicago, same thing. Chicago put in the I don't know who I think the first dude was like an Arab or something. Then you had back-to-back horrible black mayors that's putting you into billions of dollars of debt. Why? You voted because they black. Same thing with us federally. Black people got effed over. Why? Because Obama's black. So we voting for him for 90-some%, right? Oh well, Obama told us, oh, I can't just do something for black people, and then turn around and did everything he couldn't do for black people for the rainbow people. So what I'm saying, man, political understanding and financial literacy and just again order and staying together and creating and maintaining what I'm saying, the economy within yourself. That's the shit we can do, bro. We do it all the day.
Sure.
We do it all the time.
But the thing is, we can call out identity politics and then look at every other group voting based on identity politics. The Jays vote on Jays, LGBT vote on the people that pass their policies. The conservatives vote on people that align with their values. Like there's nothing more identity politics than saying I'm a white religious conservative man. Your president is not conservative. He's just pandering to you, just like just like the super mayor is pandering to a certain group of people. Like people are going to vote on people that they think at least pretend that they have the best, like the better benefits, or not the better benefits, but give him like the best benefits that they can get. But I don't think identity politics is something exclusive to black people. I actually think black people don't do identity politics enough, because if they
No, no, no.
actually did it in
So
a
I
block,
think
you see what I'm
so.
saying? If they did it
Yeah.
in a block big enough, they will have enough power to say, "Oh, y'all don't want to fuck with us? You lose the election
Yeah,
because 40 million
hey,
people are going to fuck up your whole shit." You see what I'm saying?
identity politics and policy are two separate things. I think
Fair.
that's the problem. So what you said was what the Jays do. We know it's not they're a very, very small community. They're never going to equal out in the thing. But what they do is they put their money towards a candidate. They build candidates and they control the candidates. Same thing with Asians. Asians, like I think 5% of the population. Same thing. They put forth the candidate and they say they have enough money to command them that way. It's what $1.5 trillion and black people have over $1 trillion in spending power. We could do the same thing. The thing is, though, Fatty, we're voting because they're black, not because of the policy.
I know.
That's
So
the problem.
So one thing that I saw that should be the goal of black people. Remember, I think it was Ice Cube or something like that. It was Ice
Yeah,
Cube.
Ice Cube had the what's the name
Yes.
for Black America or something. The contract for
And
Black
he went
America.
and talked with Trump and he said, we are going to vote on you if this is the things that you pass. And I think it was black woman and the black liberal said, oh, you are selling out and all that shit. What black people actually have to do in the United States is get all over the room, decide exactly what the policies for best for black people, get all together, elect Malcolm X, whatever the person that is the lead in charge, and that person goes there and is going to say, hey, Mr. President, we have 30 something million active voters. If you don't pass these policies, I don't care if you're a Democrat, I don't care if you're a Republican, if you don't pass this shit, we are going to vote on the other side. And now they are hostages just like they are with the rest of the country, and now they have to actually pass policies for you. But that's the thing. Before you even get there, black people are fighting with each other, while the LGBT is not fighting with each other, while women are not fighting with each other, while the Jays are not fighting with each other, while the white rich people are not fighting with each other. So before you even get to the we are these conglomerate of AI companies, and we are going to make so much pressure and we get together to pass legislation, we are infighting, and by the time that we get to the election, nobody sees eye to eye with each other. Everybody voting for different shit or not even voting, and now you go back to complaining why Trump is elected and all this.
But the things that Mr. Fantastic is talking about, like it's not presented as cool in the black community, especially when you grow up in high school around like your peers. Even when you get older, like you said, you start sounding like that C word because if you do want to play on that level, you are gonna probably sound like a white guy possibly. You know, if you start trying to act like you're more financially literate, if you want to play the game just like them, and a lot of your own community possibly gonna shun you, and they probably don't, they really don't even want to hear that.
Sure. And but the thing is, I actually don't understand what is the like what is exactly what you're saying. Okay, I am more of a person that is right leaning or conservative, whatever. And
Yeah.
black people are going to call me a coon and this and this and that. Like black people will clown everybody. This is what I learned from y'all. I got when I got here, I was like, oh my god, black people are fun to be around as fuck. You know why? They clown a midget, they clown a giant, they clown a woman, they clown a man, they clown a Republican, a gay person, a heterosexual. Like black people just clown everybody. Like that's what black people do. If I pull up with some funny hat on, I'm going to be roasted the whole show. So what is the difference between what black people do to other people and what black people do to black conservatives? Like what is the
I'll
difference?
go off my own experience. Like when I was like heavy pro-black in my 20s and I was around a lot of older guys, they would shame me for the way how I was talking. They would call me Farrakhan. They would literally make jokes about me trying to promote positivity amongst us. And then fast forward, when you start talking about your financial tips or whatnot, you still get shamed the exact same way. Now I'm going off my own experiences.
But this is where I'm saying that this is all taught to us. Y'all realize, and I learned this a long time ago that the poorest, most uneducated, the lowest life expectations are in the white neighborhoods and white states. Do y'all know that? And they're Republican. Like
it's lower?
It's the lowest. Like look it up when you have time. Google it. It's the lowest. It's areas like the Midwest, the rural South,
West Virginia.
West Virginia, majority of the Republic. So if you vote Republican, they're not even taking care of white people. So why would we say, hey, black people vote for Republicans because they gonna vote and work for your best interest when they're not working in white people's best interest either? That's why white people are complaining so much about making America great again, because they're not taking care of white people either. And then we blame black people for not being taken care of as well too, and say, oh, it's because you're not doing anything about it. When majority of people are trying to work and do something with themselves, man. It's a stereotype. Yeah. It's a narrative that's created on even for poor whites and poor blacks, man. That's the problem. So then we associate the minority of people that may be doing things that's outside of what you're supposed to do as a person, but majority of citizens and people are trying to do the right thing. Hands down.
I gotta give you the Shoryuken, bro. But again, I gotta give you the Shoryuken.
Hey, friends, bro. After the Shoryuken, we have to close it down. So once again, try to bless our cash app, please. I need to send CJ some brain implant money. Okay, make sure you send me money. Go ahead, fantastic, you got it. And by the way, friends, thank you very much for the dope conversation. It was actually like I appreciate we having the mature conversation other than the angry baby on the other side. Other than that, I actually appreciate y'all, friends. And I'm on that type of time again. Fuck with me, I'll fuck with you. Go ahead, Fantastic.
So again,
No,
man,
you can.
the highest poverty rates, brother, are in the Democratic Party, Ali. So you would still be in plus 3% if you transfer it over to the Republican Party. The highest poverty rates are in the Democratic Party, and we know that again. The worst thing about it, Ali, is that the majority of Black people aren't even by a lot impoverished. I think our poverty rate might be 15%, and I think that's a little high. That's on the high end. So why are we always in promotion of this poverty mindset or these poverty politics, EBT and government assistance and all this shit and so on and so forth, where the vast majority of us don't benefit from it? But that's the main thing that the Democratic Party always tries to present to us, of course, coupled with racism and voter suppression. My bad, Ali.
But you said the highest poverty rate is Democratic. Is that what you said?
Yes.
No, it's not. It's not. It's West. Look, it's Republican leaning states: Mississippi, Louisiana, West Virginia, Arkansas, New Mexico.
I got you. So listen, the higher poverty rate in Democratic districts. Districts represented by Democrats had poverty rates of 17.1% compared to 14.4% of Republican districts. We're talking about overall volume. Okay, so of course, if you want to single out West Virginia, I don't know, maybe one of the lowest, but more likely than not, the lowest, most impoverished place is going to be a Democratic district, bro. And we talk about this.
Why do you do districts and not states?
Can y'all Google? Hold on, real quick, before y'all do that.
No, it's in districts, Ali. Why is not doing states instead of districts?
Yeah, you're looking at districts. Fantastic. We're looking at states.
Yeah, why not doing a state or a city instead of a district?
The district is going to cover the state.
No. Because, for example, let me explain why. Because
you are going to fantastic. You think you slick, dog? I saw what you did.
It's because you can have. Let's do this right by numbers. You can have 300 Democrat districts and 20 Republican districts. Going by the number of districts is just going to show you, hey man, on the top 50, there's 30 Democrats and there's 30 Republicans.
So let me fix it. Let me fix it. So even though, hold on. So now you guys are still right. So I was wrong. So even though the percentages had the higher rate, the volume is still Republican. So y'all right. So the volume.
Don't pair copy to us.
The volume is what's my bad. I read it wrong, brother. I can admit
don't pair copy to us. Fantastic. Come on, man.
I can admit when I'm wrong, brother. The numbers are the numbers. I don't want to
better
put out
than
bad
CJ.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all for having me on. I gotta step off, man. Fatty.
Hey, I appreciate you, JB. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you for tagging me, man. I appreciate you
for sure.
Thank you very much,
man. Appreciate it.
And fantastic. Thank you very much for being here to actually be a mature adult and content creator. Thank you very much, brother.
Nah, man. Hey, man. I appreciate y'all for throwing me in the future, bro. Y'all have a good night, bro.
We still made you a little bit less ugly than you are in real life.
Listen, man. Hey, Fatty, listen. You know these hoes gonna choose me over you, and even though I can't speak Portuguese, brother.
Let me go punching bag real quick. Give me 6 months. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. That's it.
Yeah.
And so there was two. Friends, thank you very much for being here. Even though y'all mistreated our hamburger fund today. So if you're watching this on the replay, please throw us a coin. We're trying to rehabilitate CJ Brain. He's going to have a brain implant. We're trying to fund this before Christmas so we can have a great Christmas. So make sure that you support the Untouchable Empire, baby. I think it was a great show. And I'm the villain again. American First Rifleman. Fatty's pro-black, but love Portuguese man country. They did Africa wrong. We love our oppressors because we won't leave their spaces. My parent was born a Portuguese citizen, and he was forced to enlist in the Portuguese military. I was born a Portuguese citizen. Nobody chose nothing. We are just the result of colonization. You peace in our country for 500 years. We peace on yours for 20 years. I think that's a great deal. So no, that's not going to work with me, Mr. American First Rifleman. Nah. You complain about black American woman? Go to Thailandia. Why don't you go to Thailand, man? The Juan Solo, $2. So calling another black person a coon, pro black. Yeah, maybe. It depends. Are you doing it reasonable or not? Shout out to Kelly Corinne. Kelly Corinne is a political refugee. Kelly Corinne is a political refugee. So shout out to her for being out of jail. We appreciate you, Kelly. We hope to see you soon. And friends, don't forget, okay? Tomorrow I have a show for y'all, open panel. We're going to have a little bit fun. Pearl Rage Quit Black Fatigue show. Look at my thumbnail. Oh my God, the best thumbnails in the business. And Sunday, Lucky Marie is the main eventer. And Don Quisha is back. The queen is back. Don Quisha is going to be back on Sunday for another spectacular edition of the infamous Ladies First Show. Shout out to MC Evie Tits in the building. She gave a membership.
Untouchable Empire, baby.
We appreciate you. Thank you very much. We have Miss MC Evie Tits back again with the $10. She says, I'm cool with bankrupting the state because I'm an anarchist. I'm an anarchist. They didn't care about the kids they deleted in Waco that were white. You really, they gonna care about us. Do you really think they're going to care about us? Look at you, MC, in the building. I hope you're doing good. We have Mama. Ooh. Trump also said, Black build America. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Savage. Red, how you doing, Savage? He says, MLK was a commie and the parties never switched. Damn, Savage. That's crazy. How you doing, Savage? Hope you're doing good, man. Conservatives tell white liberals to go to Europe or Canada all time when they complain and hate the country. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you. We have 3 to go. Savage says, I have fatigue from the guy from Milwaukee. Aww. We don't say his name over here. Savage is like Voldemort, the one we should not name. Savage says, Thomas Swan is the man. Thank you very much, Savage. We have Super Pete to the rescue with a $20 off. He says, you Aki will awaken and Julian Brown are 2 modern innovators that do not receive enough recognition by our black media. The youth not only has to hear the examples, but they have to see the examples. And shout out to MC Evie Tits for the $10 in the Cash App. I appreciate you, MC Evie Tits. Thank you. That's her name. Okay, just to make sure you two don't get a problem with that. Mama says they charge more for Americans for energy and medical, so we can give countries free money. We pay the cost of other countries, don't have to because we are overcharged. And there's a fact. You have 40 billion or 20 billion to send to Argentina, but you don't have 40 billion for the people? That's crazy. You want to say something, Ali? I saw you open the mouth.
No, it was something like that, like 90 billion, 99 billion of foreign aid annually, something crazy. Some
yeah, it's like
that.
Israel gets seeds, like the countries that United States bomb a lot of times get seeds. Saudi Arabia, Argentina got 40 billion. There's a lot of money going on. Savage. So people didn't like Obama because he wanted to turn America into Spain. Damn, what's the problem with Spain? I'm 30 minutes from Spain. Savage says America subsidizes our health care. We have to prove that. Saying NATO. If y'all didn't want to do stupid wars, nobody would need NATO. The only country that actually activated NATO was the United States after 9/11. When did Portugal activate NATO? Like the you attack one of us, you attack everybody. They didn't. So what the fuck are we doing? What war did Portugal got you into? MC Evitits, $10. Voted is faken rainbow. The government is bought and paid. Each party had majorities when voted in. They both gave the minimum to their votes. Actually, I am paying your healthcare, Savage, because I paid the American taxes. Woohoo. Uno reverse. Dragon TV, member for 31 months. Great conversation. Shout out to Kid Bo. Let me play this to add insult to injury.
No matter what, Team Fatty. That's a real nigga. I said it.
Kelly Corinne says, welcome back to the main channel. Let's go. Ilkan Ali, before you send everybody to Mr. Nino Nation, you have any thoughts that you want to share before we go?
I wish we could just had a conversation without anybody kind of not, struggling with have the conversation. I hate it that when we agree to disagree or when we disagree, somebody has to shut down. I don't understand it. Like every
Ali is literally every show.
Yeah.
You keep over talking people. You can't control your impulses. You get aggravated because people don't let you talk enough. You throw shots, and then when people shoot back, you disrespected me. You interrupted me. I interrupt you back, and you said you are interrupting me. You interrupted me first. And then instead of having the conversation, questioning about you are Portuguese, you don't know what you're talking about. You are a stepdaddy, and you're talking about red pill shit for 10 years. I did never disqualify you. I think you are a well of information, even though you are a step sucker. So once again, you shoot at me once, I will shoot at you 7 times. Like this is what I have known to do. I try to control myself for the most. Now is a pattern of disrespect because I can be babying Angry Man every week, every show, every time. Because come on, man, just play along. And if you don't want to play along, it is what it is. Good luck. But I didn't start it. Like everybody is my witness. I didn't start that shit. He tried to go funny. I think sometimes I'm hilarious, so it is what it is. So, friends, appreciate y'all. Ali, you going to do shows this weekend?
Hey, Fatty, for sure. Like tomorrow, I'll probably do. What time you doing your show tomorrow?
5 p.m. Maybe I give you my slot, Ali.
No.
No. Ali, I'm going to take my day off.
No.
Yes. I decided I'm taking my day off. You got it, bro.
No matter what, I'll probably go live around either 12 or 2 tomorrow. And then maybe earlier than that. I'm in the zone right now. I feel like just going live. I might go live tonight.
After Nino.
Oh yeah, no, you know what I meant. If I had a position to go live, I would have went live.
I know.
You know what I meant.
Yes.
You know that was an inside joke. Like I might go live tonight because I'm not going live tonight.
Please go ahead and support brother Ilkan Ali. Is killing it once again. Make sure that you like the videos, and make sure you push it. Next week, I will start with the reactions, okay? Ilkan Ali, the great Ilkan Ali, famous, worldwide famous. And just Fatty from Portugal.
We getting there. When we getting there. We getting there now. We getting there.
Signing out. I see you on Nino Nation. The redirect is going to be in the chat. And if you want to get this song, subscribe to our Patreon. The Patreon is alive. You have access to Discord, main chat and lounge. You have Discord access to all these songs that you're hearing. So subscribe to the Patreon. The link is in the description. Team Fatty and the Untouchables. I see you on the other side on Nino Nation. Signing out. Peace.
Yeah. Empire stand tall. Fatty. Ali. Super Panda back again. Let's talk about it. When the culture split wide, somebody gotta speak truth. Yeah. Look. Pro-blacks on the front line holding up the code. Conservative like Mr. Fantastic breaking out the mold.
Two camp battling for the same throne, same role. But one truth, but the truth still cold. Internet loud with the label they throw. Everybody picking sides, trying to point out the foe. But we here for the facts, not a name called show. Super panel light it up, let the realness flow. Fatty in the middle, like who really gon' stand? Ali break it down with that calm wise hand and pie so strong. Yeah, we build from the land. If you don't speak truth, then your voice ain't grand. This side, that side, who gon' ride? Culture torn over, split down the line. Empire don't fold, we rootin' inside. Cut through the noise, let the truth collide. Yeah. We don't do no smoke, we address that. Super panel in the cut, yeah, respect that. Pro blast, pre-unity, protect that. Conservative on freedom, I get that. This a conversation they afraid to expose. Touchable empire, everybody knows. When the culture in the fire, we stand in the coast. Fatty and Ali, yeah, we taking control. Yeah, back online in the timeline while everybody got a theory about the grown and the childish. Some say the coons in the corner look childish. Others say the pro black stuck in the old mileage. But here come Mr. Fantastic Boy, made of steel. Saying free mind, first, that's the way that I feel. He ain't taking nothing, he just keeping it real. Standing tall on the stand like iron and wheel. Some wanna count, some other chill when he talk. Some say he raw, others say he outline the fault. But that's why the panel bring the minds to the fault. Cause the debate without truth is a cultural assault. We don't duck no smoke, we address it. Super panel in the cut, yeah, respect it. Pro black, pre-unity, protect it. Conservative on freedom, I get that. There's a conversation they afraid to expose. Touchable empire, everybody knows. In the culture, in the fire, and we standing in the cold. Fatty and Ali, yeah, we taking control. Yeah. Shout out Mr. Fantastic. Two sides, one mic. Super panel, untouchable empire. We outside.
Brother.